Take me to the channel for the PCP. Listen to some voicemails for the Minecraft stream. I really want to have Redcon funded by you. We can be procrastinators. Here we go. Another Bencast in the bag, in the bank. Here we go. No one around to fuck it up for me this time. No unexpected guests arriving. Welcome to episode whatever of the Procrastinators podcast. I'm Ben Saint. I just got done recording my patron Q&A podcast, which I said last week on the PCP that I was going to record right after that episode got finished recording, but instead I did it right before this episode because I had a busy week and I didn't feel like it. Patreon.com/Ben Saint if you want to hear that. It's a bunch of questions about my game and just some other general stuff. It's just whatever anyone wanted to fucking ask me. It's true. It's true. This week, I've been doing shit. I've been hanging out with Munchie and Kazi, who moved, and I would... Well, generously, I could describe what I did as helping them move, but not really. And then they had a housewarming party. And so everyone's always wondering, oh, where did Munchie... I'm getting bombarded with emails and voicemails. Ben, where's Munchie, Ben? Where's Munchie? That's not true. That's not actually true. Once in a while, someone brings it up. I think everyone... Anyway, whatever. We hung out. It was cool. That's... I don't know. I guess that's all I have to say about that. Oh my god. What would the PCP audience like to hear me opine about this week? I know after the last two episodes, maybe some of you might be clamoring for updates on the Trixie situation. Did Ben take an L this week? Did Ben increase his W streak to 2? Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, I have nothing else to report on that. There's no developments there, which is good. Everyone makes fun of me. Everyone says, Ben, you're a fucking loser. You're a big asshole jerk. Picking on poor what's-her-face. Picking on the poor little golden witch who can't defend herself. Oh, you're so mean. So, everyone, you're such a bully, Ben. So, I just gotta do what people tell me to do. I just have to accept that is the truth. And also, there's no more developments, which is good. It's not important. No. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. I wasn't mad. I was never mad. I've never been mad, and I never will be. So, yes, apologies. No more drama there. Oh my god, I'm only 3 minutes in. I'm only 3 minutes into the episode, and I'm floundering. I'm floundering. I have no material. I already used all my material for my patrons, and that wasn't even good. And now I've gone through all my best material, and there's nothing left that's even passable. I'm a hack. I'm a fraud. I'm a joker. I'm the Joker. I'm Jokerfied, baby. Shit. I'm tempted to go right to voicemails. I think I might fucking do it. I'm sure I'll find some stuff. I'm sure I will find some stuff that will prompt me into speaking on something else. 2, I'm sure, I feel like probably Gib will show up at some point. I don't know if that's true. Whatever. Let's just fucking go to voicemails, and if I think of something else to talk about later, I will. There are no rules. I made the rules. I can make up new ones. So here we go. First voicemail this week is called Ben Taint 2. 3, 2, wait. No, I do have one more thing. I have one thing that I do want to bring up. This is relevant in that it's about YouTube shit, and I feel like stuff I've been watching on YouTube is relevant PCP discussion, so I will bring it up. I found a YouTube channel, and I feel like I've discovered a little bit of a rabbit hole here, and I feel like some people I mentioned this to seem to know who this was and knew a lot more about him than I did, and I felt kind of dumb, like, oh, am I an idiot that I've never found this person before, that I don't know who this is? But I feel like there's a rabbit hole. There's a YouTube channel called Action Button, which I found due to a 5-hour review popped up in my recommendeds for well, I don't think it is obscure, but I'd never heard of it before, dating sim called Tokimeki Memorial. And this was a YouTube channel called Action Button. It was a 5-hour review of this, and I was like, fuck yeah. Long videos of a guy talking about a video game. That is I'm the target audience here. So I listened to all that, and I was like, well, this was... I had some criticism of it. I thought that his voice, the guy... Tim Rogers, he does he's always putting on a voice, and sometimes it bugs me. Not all the time, but sometimes I don't like his voice. He's like mostly tongue-in-cheek about it, which is fine, but in this video in particular, it felt like he was trying to be... He is jokey, but he was more serious, and in the serious times, his like kind of fake putting on a voice shtick, I found it a little irritating. But anyway, I think I've watched like most of his... I think he's only got like 4 videos up in it. They're all really long videos where he talks about a video game. His channel is not huge. He's got like 65k subs, which is like modestly medium large-ish. But his Patreon is huge. He's got like making like $15,000 a month. That's really big. And I'm like, so who is this guy? And I guess he's some kind of journalist. He's a games journalist. But like in at least one of his videos, he's explicitly said, I am not a journalist. I do not consider myself a journalist. So that's confusing. I guess most of the time he just describes himself as a game designer, because he's made like a couple of games, but they seem like they're games that no one's ever heard of. And I wonder if maybe that's more important to him, so that's what he talks about, but he's known more for journalism stuff, but he doesn't care as much about that. I don't know. But the fact that I'd never heard of this guy, and I found him, and his channel is modest, and yet he's apparently got like a huge base of support from something. I mean, I don't know where it comes from. I think it's from, because he used to write for Kotaku. I think that's the deal. And it just made me reflect on indie stuff and what it means to be indie, because like I'm indie. I have no institutional support of any kind from anywhere. And I have squeezed out a little niche on the internet where some people know me, some people follow my work and support me a bit, and it's pretty great. But this guy, I mean, I'm sure he's had a longer career than I'm even aware of. I'm sure he's written for various things for a long time. But like the fact that he is known through an institutionally supported outlet like Kotaku, that dwarfs anything else, right? If you get institutional support from like something big, it makes everything else look like nothing. Am I making sense? It just made me like, damn. If you're some guy making YouTube videos, 75k subscribers, you're nobody, right? You might have a couple $100 through Patreon a month if you're lucky. But if you're that Kotaku guy, you've written for all these publications, you're $15,000, right? If you're successful and popular at that, if people know you positively through something like that, you're just in a whole different league. And I don't know how it makes me feel. Mad, despair, discouragement, horror, terror, existential dread. Yeah. I guess I don't have anything else to say about it other than, boy, what a gulf. What a fucking gulf. I don't know. I guess I would recommend his channel. I'm saying all this. I'm sure this comes off as negative, but I say this with the... I don't know. Check his videos out. They seem pretty good. Also, I'm sure him doing videos seems like a new thing. It seems like he's been writing for a long... I haven't read any of his other... I don't know what he did before Action Button. Well, I guess Action Button is the name of his game studio, but also the name of his YouTube channel. I don't know. Feels goofy. It feels goofy for me to be opining about this guy who has a much longer career than I even know about, and I know only like this very slim segment of the stuff he's put out there, to be like, oh wow, I found this guy on YouTube. And anyone who probably knows anything about ethics and games journalism, like, I've been following his work for 1,000,000 years, and I am a genius, and you are a rube. And I would agree with that. I don't know. I've been listening to that. Like I said, his videos are really long, so I've had a lot of that to listen to. I'm like basically done. I think today today I finished the last of his 5 YouTube videos that I had seen, and now I went over to an older series that he did for Kotaku called Let's Mosey, wherein he goes basically, not line by line or anything, but he goes pretty granularly through the English translation of Final Fantasy VII and explains, like, why is this line weird? What did it say in the original Japanese? Why did it get translated this way? What was the original intention? What was the translator's intention? Etc. That's like it's like 14 videos, and I think I'm like 7 away through there. It's neat. It's pretty neat. I don't know. So maybe I'll find more shit that guy's made and check it out in the future. I don't know, because I don't read. I just watch YouTube videos and try and do sprites as I draw sprites and whatever for my video game project, Phantom's Revenge, in the works. Check out the updates. Check out the patrons only exclusive updates and progress reports at patreon.com/bensaint, and in my patrons only exclusive Discord channel on my Discord. Public channel. No, private channel. Patrons only channel. Public server. Actually, I deleted all the links to the server, so the server has kind of been private. Although I think I'm ready to maybe public out the links to that server again. Also, I have been feeling, because we were getting trolled. Some fuckboys were trolling us, spamming us. So I closed all the links so we could forget about that. I might make links public again and update the links in like my old lecture videos and on Twitch and wherever, Twitter, and I don't think I have any links to that on Twitter, but whatever. I've just been thinking lately that I love my Discord server. I really like my Discord server. It's really active. And it's mostly familiar faces. It's mostly like the same. There's a little community of maybe 20 plus people that talk in there regularly, and then maybe there's some more people that chime in occasionally, a broader number. And I just think it's really nice that I have this server that I made, and I'm, I guess, the leader of, or whatever it even means to be the head, to be the server owner. I'm the server owner. It's my little space, and there's people in there, and it's pretty active, and they're always talking. There's always usually there's some conversation going on, and I've been looking at it more lately. In the past, I have sometimes neglected it or not looked at it for a while, but lately I'm looking at it pretty often. And I'm just like, I appreciate that these people are in here in this online space that I created, that they choose to spend their time here and interact with one another and me, and I think that's nice, and it makes me happy. Cool. Very embarrassing. All right. The whatever. Fuck. Let's start the voice. Let's listen to a voicemail. This one is called Ben. How far in? How far into this? Wow. I stretched out to 15 minutes. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. Okay. Let's first voicemail. Ben Taint 2. 3, 2, 1, go.
Where is it? Where is it? The scroll. Only one person could have done this.
More scroll
Only
talk.
One person could have taken the scroll. Ben Saint.
That's right.
My
yep.
nemesis. You
Scrolls.
must have stolen the scroll from the
Scrolls.
League
Oh my
of
God,
Nate
scrolls.
Fuckers.
Let's get some
Strange
scrolls.
that you'd take a scroll with
Let's
all
get some
the secrets
scrolls.
of how to fuck Nate.
This scroll is 300,000
We didn't
yen.
realize you were into
Let's
that.
get it.
Ben, you have two ways out of this. Either return the Nate fucking scroll,
Unacceptable.
or join the League of Nate Fuckers. Either way,
Okay.
we'll
I don't have
be
to pay
coming
dues, right?
for you soon.
So I'll just sign me. I'll sign me up. Sign me up. I'll sign whatever. Just put a name in front of me. I'll sign it. I'll join. Okay. Easy. Next voicemail. SM Part 1. 3, 2, 1, go.
And now, Yig Studios Riley performing Discord.
I'm not a fan of Redditors, and I've been nagging fear someone else is pulling all the strings. Something terrible is going down through the entire town. Community and all it brings. I can't sit idly, no, I can't move at all. I curse
Is
the
this
man,
real?
the one behind it all.
Oh. Ooh, that was rough. Is that real? It did sound like him. I don't know where that's from, but I hope that's real. Very funny. Sounds like a little fucking baby. I don't know. Maybe it's not actually him. I can't tell. You can never be sure. Okay, next one is called SM Part 2. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, boys. How you make a lot of money? Let's say you're 18 years old. What you do? You go to college, get a CS degree, you be an entrepreneur.
See,
Let me know.
computer science.
No joke
Yeah.
answers, please.
I mean, just based on the people I know, yes, that's what you do. You get a computer science degree, or you even just know computer science. You don't even necessarily need a degree, but you understand computer science and data structures and whatever, and you get a friend who's got a job doing that, and they recommend you, and then you get a job, and you just get like pretty good money because that's like something that people need. Yeah. If you want to make a bunch of money, go to school, learn computer science, get a job doing computer science. Seems like the most straightforward way that I've seen. I don't know. I don't know any better ways with a higher degree of success off the top of my head. So you answer your own question. Good work. You already knew. You had it inside of you all along. You didn't need me. Okay. Next voicemail. I am L. 3, 2, 1, go.
Greetings. I am L. This is a message to the one who calls himself Ben Saint.
That's me.
Ben, I know that you killed your brother Nate shortly after the end of the show called Content. I also know that the videos recently posted to his channel were part of a backlog, and that they have been uploaded by you to try and cover up his death.
I'm
Soon,
Weekend at Bernie'sing
I'll
his
have all the evidence I need to
channel.
bring you into custody, and then I'll know your motivations for killing your own brother. Remember,
What?
Ben, I am close, and I am justice.
L doesn't sound like that. Why did you? Okay. What motivations do you need? I just did it because it was funny. I just did it because it was funny and cool. And I was just being cool, and I'm the reason people are dying. those two together form all the motive necessary. Next one is called Interrupting Death Pig. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I have a serious question about the Patreon, and when you buy the bonus episodes, how do you get them? Is it like a private YouTube set of videos and then you get the links to them, or is it like MP3 shits you have to download? Because I just want to know how you what way.
I get it. No, I get it. At first I was confused, but then I realized the title of the voicemail explains everything. I think shit, I don't even know. I think I'm just going to pretend the pig didn't interrupt. I think that when you patron, you get there are posts that you can then see which have links to the bonus episodes, which also link to a master list playlist, like a privated or not privated, the other one, an unlisted playlist that has all the bonus episodes in it. I think that's how it works. I mean, I'm not a patron of this bullshit. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. Okay, next voicemail is called If Ben Can Relate. 3, 2, 1, go.
So this is an argument I've been having with my friends for the last few days, and I felt like Ben because I was explaining my point and they didn't get it, and I would just get angrier and angrier.
That's me.
My point being, I think it's fucking illogical to believe or to...
Yep, great bit. Definitely won't get old. Okay. Oh my god. Two was too many. All right. That was a little annoying. If I hear a third one like that, I'm gonna get actually annoyed. Okay. Next one is called How Could You, Ben? 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, I sent a voicemail last week, Ben, and I was super stoked to hear you and Gib talk about it.
What?
And
which one?
Lo and behold, you did not misgender me.
Great.
What the fuck? I specifically send voicemails in to be misgendered.
I'm so sorry.
And you did not give me that luxury.
I apologize. I am
Very
so
shameful,
apologize.
Ben. I hope you feel bad. You should feel bad about yourself.
You guys just got
You're
a they.
a horrible human being.
You just got a they all the time, and then no one ever gets the opportunity to be... And it's the satisfaction of getting to be mad at me that I'm too smart. I head off all criticism at the pass, nip it in the bud, chop off its dick. Next one is called Turn Off the PCP Comments. 3, 2, 1, go.
Guys, when is Sonic 102 coming out? Somebody tell me when is Sonic 102 coming out. Help me, I don't understand. When is Sonic 102 coming out? Help.
I mean, true. Yeah, someone in the comments last week asked, when can someone tell me when and the answer is, if you listen to the show, you would know. Because obviously I've been asked that question a lot. So, you know, I don't know. But whatever. Nah, comments are good. Most comments are good. Usually I like reading the comments in an episode. So I will not be turning off PCP comments. But thank you for your input. Next one is called Turn Off the PCP Comments, but actually do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
I do genuinely think the comments should just fucking be turned off.
Why?
If you have something to say, but it's not worth the effort of making a fucking voicemail, then maybe you shouldn't be saying it at all.
No.
I can't believe it happened again. The exact same thing happened. where the new Geo Wizard Mission Across Scotland straight line mission video dropped. And I'm like, gotta sit down with a nice cup of tea, full screen this so that I can't see notifications, and sit down and watch. It's just the same time the PCP records.
These things are predictable. These things are predictable. You can know in advance.
Seen it coming. That the upload schedule for this would be consistent with the time the PCP happens.
All I'm saying
I'm
is
stupid.
I was happily watching part 7 of Tim Rogers' Let's Mosey, a slow translation of Final Fantasy VII, and I had to painstakingly wrench myself away from that in order to deliver this pig slop to our brain dead audience who will eat it up.
I have no
from
excuse,
the trough.
and my excuse is that I have to full screen that shit, and because it's full screen, I couldn't see notifications because Discord was underneath.
True.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again, or will it? That's the reason you come back next week, is to see whether I do the same mistake.
Does Gib
3
beef it
times
again?
in a row?
Well, I have been listening to some voicemails. Listen to some voicemails for
Oh
the
shit! Did I miss the
Minecraft
entire
game.
fucking the podcast?
I just kind of talked for like 15 minutes and then had nothing else to say and just kind of went into voicemails, expecting that you would eventually show up. None of the voicemails have been good so far. Sorry, everyone,
Okay.
but it's true. They've all been bad. You haven't missed anything of value. Wait, am I right? Yes. Bad.
Well, okay.
What's up? What's up, Gib?
Well, I've gotten into a new life-ruining thing. It's called Number Go Up. It's an idle game, and you know how I am about those. I play them too much, and then I have to wrench myself away from them, and it's always painful. And I don't know. I saw like it in a video. I was like, oh, number go up. That's fun. Oh, look at the numbers go up. What
a quirky self-aware title.
It is self-aware. But the numbers do go up though.
But they do go up though.
They do.
Okay.
And so I've been playing that for the past few days, and that's stupid.
Sure.
But it's fun. Other than that, the Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter. I don't know whether I talked about it last time on the PCP. Maybe I mentioned something.
I feel like maybe you mentioned that you were thinking about it or considering it.
It was like Hoodie gave me the idea when they were on with the Kato thing. And I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I spent the time to make it real, make it happen. And I've got to the point where I've ordered a sample of the pin. There's a pin involved. I have made a video to promote it. I'm just waiting.
I saw the
for
video.
Kato.
The video is very funny.
Good.
I like it a lot.
I was stressing out over the video for a while because I'm like, I don't want to record my voice speaking the things that I'm gonna have to type. Like I'm gonna have to type all of this into the Kickstarter. That in itself is painful because I'm like, how do I make this interesting and fun to read, such that people would actually want to do any of this stuff?
It's impossible.
And it's just a slog. It's just a slog putting the necessary information in a line.
Yeah.
And then also making it in paragraphs with full stops. Impossible. But then the prospect of then taking that and then saying it in a video was like, no, that sucks. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put myself on camera either, because I don't have my camera mostly. It's at home, whereas at parents' house.
I was saying earlier that I'm considering. Wait, no, I wasn't saying earlier. I said this in my Patreon podcast, which is different, but I'm confused because I recorded that before, and now I forget which one I said which thing in. But I was saying there that I'm considering dropping a little money on like a better web camera because like my Let's Read video, I think it looks amateurish. I think the video quality is bad to the point that it like kind of detracts from it, and I think I want a good one to make crisp film.
Yeah. It's always good to have a nice quality webcam.
To make to make some high quality people movies, as I am wont to do. Lamau.
I didn't have a webcam for the longest time. But then there was a moment where I needed it for like a Zoom call or like a Skype call with a person who wasn't like an internet person. So I was like, oh, you know, it feels kind of unprofessional for them to be in their suit with that Zoom call and me just audio. So I got one, but I still look like shit, so I will never turn it on. So actually, it was a waste of money.
Absolutely.
Anyway, the Lord of Ghosts, I got the video made, and I'm Kickstarter went through the review process, and it's ready to go. I could launch it at any moment. I've been going over money things. There's the plush idea. Oh, we did talk about it because we talked about the funny Lord of Ghosts plush.
Did I see some like design shit about that?
Yeah, I drew up a little crude little design of a Lord of Ghosts plush, and I've sent that over to get a sample made, which is like I'm considering that like my own personal money. But if the Kickstarter ends up reimbursing me, then that's good. Just so I can see what it would look like. It's probably going to be good quality, and I've given like specific instructions, and they're going to get back to me.
Is it the same people that made the pump one?
Yeah, it's the same people.
Yeah.
They have the good quality, and they have the power, and I just need the money.
Very good. They have the know-how. They have the skills to pay the bills. Yeah.
So everything's all set up. I'm just waiting for the Kato Anthology Kickstarter to end or near its end, just so that I don't like step on their toes or anything.
That's fair enough.
And that's like halfway done now, so a week.
They had a live stream as they were approaching their second. Wait, I think it's their first stretch goal actually, the 3,500, which they hit during the stream. So they are onto their second stretch goal now, which is pretty cool. Pretty happy for them, I guess. Pretty congratulations are in order, I suppose.
Or whatever.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Where was I talking about? Yeah.
The Kickstarter. I don't know.
Kickstarter.
I was half thinking I could just launch it because they've already reached their initial goal, but I feel like it's sort of bad form to just, I don't know. I mentioned it to them and they said they appreciated it, so we can wait a little bit longer. I mean, I've still got to write the stories for the ghost story, Vaporette-esque things. So there's things to do in the meantime. And it'll help that I'm able to probably like get the sample of the enamel pin of the ghost, so I can look at it and be like, oh, and now I can take a picture of it and prove that it's real.
It would be pretty nice to have pictures of the pin and the plush to like show. I did that in when I was doing my previous Kickstarters. Like I've sent off requests and printed up the stuff, at least like sample versions of the books and stuff, so that I can have it in front of me, take pictures of it, be like, this is the product, this is what you get this is what you get, this is what you deserve. You show the actual product in a picture, instead of it being a hypothetical, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know. For some reason, I looked at the printing company for the comic. I don't think I can get like a sample in like a order or checkout style. Maybe I'll have to email them and ask.
Are you printing with Kablam or using someone else?
I'm printing with what is it called? Mixam, which is also it's a UK based, and it's very good quality from what I can see for price. And they've got a lot of good options for stuff. And I think I'm gonna go with them, but I need a sample. We have to pick a printing service to print the Road to Radcon book when it's done. I feel like a comic printer might not be the cheapest option because it's mostly text. But I don't know. Well,
I feel like it should be the case, but I don't know if it's the case.
You can make like leaflets with these sorts of services, like small little things, brochures.
Because it's only like 20 pages, I think, maybe 30.
It's if that, and it'd be like, I feel like that would work. Maybe the printing costs would be higher than it would otherwise be because it's mostly text and it's expecting images if it's a comic thing.
I feel like
I don't know.
I just feel like text printing is cheaper, and I feel like it should be, right? Like,
it should be. Pictures
should cost more to print. Yeah, you're right. It will have some images in it, but mostly text. Whereas like the Dojin, I would probably just say, yeah, let's just use Kablam. That's the one that's like cheapest for me.
Were we gonna physically print the Dojin? I thought that was just like a thing, like it needs to exist.
Shit, I thought so, but I could be wrong. I could be misremembering.
I remember specifically like the Road to Radcon will make a Kickstarter,
make a book, yeah,
make a book
for backers,
and then send it to backers. And the Dojin was just like I feel like it was different. I feel like that wasn't like a physical reward.
Well, shit, I don't even know. I don't even remember.
We can put it on have to go fucking dojin.com or whatever.
We'll have to go back and listen to the stream and listen to our specific wording. Like, what exactly did we say we were going to do? Because I don't remember.
Well,
but whatever it was, it's legally binding.
Well, you look at the Kickstarter itself. What we said in the stream. I don't know. What would be legally binding?
Well, I mean, nothing's legally binding.
Okay.
You don't have
Kickstarterly
to
binding.
Yeah. If you just fail to complete your Kickstarter stuff, I mean, they can't sue you unless they think that you like deliberately lied about it. Unless it's like fraud.
Well, I think somebody could attempt to sue you, but like nobody bothers. Like, there's plenty of Kickstarters that have made, like, fraudulent bullshit claims they never deliver on the product, and it just never turns into anything, and then the creators of it just make a new thing later with a different coat of paint, and people get hype all over again for the new thing, with, like, under a different company name. Like, they just move on, and nothing ever comes back, because an individual would need to, like, know about the Kickstarter, and then file a lawsuit. They
would probably have to file like a class action lawsuit where all the backers like co-sign and are represented by like a single attorney that brings charges against
something like that.
Individuals or LLC.
Wait,
to be clear, it's all a moot point because we will be delivering on everything. So none of this applies to us. True. We're untouchable. We're untouchably responsible. Are you looking it up? Are you looking it up right now?
I'm looking up the legal, like, on Kickstarter. I feel like I've seen something where they've said...
they're kind of vague about it. The actual language that they use is, like, we do have, like, legal expectations for them to follow through on their stuff, but, like, there's no... I mean, you're right. There's just no history of like anyone like successfully. It's like so rare for anyone to get sued over like an undelivered.
Yeah, Kickstarter provides a funding platform for creative projects. When a creator posts a project on Kickstarter, they're inviting other people to form a contract with them. Anyone who backs a project is accepting the creator's offer and forming that contract. Kickstarter is not a part of this contract. The contract is a direct legal agreement between creators and their backers. And then there's a bunch of terms.
So what they're saying is don't blame us.
Don't blame us if it doesn't
don't
go
blame
through.
us, blame the creator. I mean, it's all just whatever. That's just them making shit up. Just being like, oh yeah, it's a contract between you. It's like if you say so. It's kind of just...
Creator solely responsible for fulfilling the promises made in their project. If they're unable to satisfy the terms of this agreement, they may be subject to legal action by backers. So just basically, like, do it yourself. We're not involved.
Do it yourself. It's the backer's problem. It's the creator's problem. Don't tell us about it. We don't want to hear it. We got our cut.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if a backer is not financially able to do anything individually by themselves, like by themselves legally, they probably won't get any money back, and they can't appeal to Kickstarter to help.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Yeah. Kickstarter's not responsible for strong arming an irresponsible backer into giving a refund or whatever.
I suppose there's pros and cons to that, but I don't know what they are, and I'm too dumb to think about them.
The pro is that Kickstarter doesn't have to do anything.
True.
That's what they get out of it. Makes sense. If I were Kickstarter, I would do the same thing. I'm just an intermediary. You're not forming any kind of contract with me. It's the same, like PayPal would never want to be like, if you pay someone with PayPal and then they don't give you the thing they paid for, PayPal doesn't want to be like, oh, you can appeal to PayPal and say that like they were responsible for that broken contract. Like, no.
Yeah,
deal with it yourself, guys.
Can you not go to your bank and say like this, like, can you not go to your bank and look at a transaction and say, actually, I'd like that taken back if it's like fraudulent?
I think it depends on the bank. I think it depends on the bank and like how you paid. Like, did you use a credit card or a debit card? I think you can, in many cases, appeal and be like, that's a fraudulent charge. And the bank will be like, okay, we'll cancel that charge and refund you. Sometimes,
So I'm thinking of like
kind of subject to their whims. Kind of subject to their whims on whether they feel like letting you do it.
Like imagine a kid playing some sort of a game that has like money transactions in it, and they have their parents' credit card information on the console or whatever. They rack up like huge debt. And, that happens. How do they get their money back, if at all? Do they have to hope that the company
I think they just
allow to take to refund them?
Yeah, I think it's generally just like either the bank has to agree to be like, okay, you're claiming these charges as fraudulent, we can cancel them and refund them, or the company can be like, okay, you're claiming that these charges were illegitimate, we can cancel them and refund you. But it's all at the whim of the bank or the company. Like, if they do that for you, they're basically just doing you a favor, or doing it because they want to like either like retain you as a customer through their gracious act of goodwill, or they just want to look good or not give you like a reason to complain about them publicly. If you were to do it and probably drop like $10,000 on something, and you went to their bank and be like, refund my $10,000, they'd probably just be like, no, fuck you. We don't feel like it. That $10,000 is worth more to us than your goodwill, so get fucked. I think
it's so like, ooh, unfortunate. Oh, how terrible. I spent my $10,000. I spent my $10,000 of backup safety legal fees in case of a mishap, just such for this occasion. But now that I don't have the money, I can't pay for a lawyer to sue the guy. Now I can't get the money back.
It's a tragedy, a tale as old as time. Says a lot about society.
And yet we live in it.
We do, and yet you say something about society, and yet you live in it. Curious. Very good.
Yes. So there was
anything. That. Okay, Kickstarter happening. Cool.
I'll
happening. Buy one.
Thanks.
I'll buy your stupid book.
I'm thinking of a price tag of around
$0.
Oh, never mind. That's too much. Oh, that's never mind.
Oh no!
I can't afford it.
Don't like Eleazar, cut that. In fact, bleep it out and like replace it with like
haggle.
$0. Replace it with you saying
now.
$0, and
$0.
It's like it's so cheap. You just can't not buy it with real money.
I can't afford not to buy it. True.
Wait for the Wait for the video to drop, and then you'll be so hyped that you can't help it. You'll be hook, line, and sinkered by that.
The video's pretty hype. The video's funny. I think people will like it. It's pretty based, as one might say. You could say that video is just being cool.
It is.
Buy a t-shirt. Link in the description.
Yeah, buy a t-shirt with all of the pages of the comic printed on the t-shirt.
Right, sure.
And so you can read it while you're wearing a t-shirt.
While you're admiring yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, well,
while you're admiring your new fit.
Like all 100 fucking pages of the comic mirrored on the t-shirt so that you can stand in the mirror and read the comic. And adjust the fabric folds to be like, what the fuck does that say? Squint.
Oh, that reminds me. I am going to be applying for a table at... Shit, stop me if I've mentioned this before. I'm going to be applying for a table at not... I did. I talked about MICE, the Massachusetts Independent Comic Expo, and how I want to get a table at it, and how they're doing an outdoor... You don't remember? They're doing an outdoor mini MICE. Shit, I should have talked about this on my Patreon podcast, but I forgot. They're doing an outdoor mini MICE where, it's like an outdoor con, basically, but it's only for local people. They're not having out-of-state people table. And I think it's going to be smaller than a usual MICE. This was the one... MICE was where I met Abby Howard and Casey Green at the last one I went to, which was, almost 2 years ago, because they didn't have one in 2020. So the last one would have been in, summer of 2019. They're having this one in August. I'm gonna get a table. I don't expect to, move a lot of product or anything. I'll have my comics. I'll have a table. I'm mostly just doing it to, I don't know, take a seat in the comic scene, maybe meet some other creators. Because when I went to MICE before, I hated it because I was just walking around, seeing comics people sitting behind tables, making small talk oh, nice comic, and then they're like, thanks, you want to buy one? And I'm like, no. And that was my con-going experience. So I want to be on the other side of the table. I think that sounds much more I don't even care. I don't even care if I sell anything. Fuck it. I should have applied... Actually, I should have applied on the 1st of the month. It's the 6th of the month today. So I hope I didn't miss my chance, because when I applied to be at MICE 2020, they had immediately sold out and there were no tables left. So I may be fucked. But then, of course, MICE 2020 didn't happen. Lamau. So I guess it didn't matter. Whoops. I don't know. I should probably do that immediately after this. I've been putting it off. I've put it off for almost a week.
So you're not in yet? You still have to apply?
I haven't sent the application yet. Oh. Today I was putting together a portfolio, because they ask you to show a PDF or JPEG portfolio of your work. So I was going through all my old Vapors stuff, because the books I'll be showing will be Vapors books, because that's the only books I have. I was going through them and converting them to JPEGs before putting them in a zip file, and I didn't actually get around to finishing doing that. I have to do Chapter 1 still, I think, and then send it off. I don't know why they're so particular. They could literally they asked for my website, which, stcomics.com. They could just look at my website to see my portfolio, but they also ask, please attach a PDF or zip file or whatever of your shit, and we prefer to look at the file. Why would you prefer to look at the files? Why wouldn't you prefer to just look at my website and you can see it there? Why do you want to download stuff? I don't get it. But they said that's what they like, so I'm just gonna do it that way, I guess.
Well, that's gonna be pretty cool.
I hope so. I have been it must be 2 years now that I've been thinking, damn, I should really table at a con. I'm a little disappointed that it's not a normal con this time. It's kind of it's the mini version, the outdoor. I think the idea is that if it's outdoor and the tables are spaced apart, it's social distancing friendly. I feel social distancing restrictions will be lifted by August, because in Massachusetts, everyone's vaccinated. Almost everyone's had at least one shot already. So I feel it's going to be fine by then. But I think they're just not sure about what the restrictions will be, so they're playing it safe and being like we're having an outdoor, socially distanced mini version of our con. It's a little bit of a shame that it's not the normal one.
I mean, it's
then
better
again,
than
if they did have the normal version, I'm
cancelled.
sure I would have missed the sign up date by now. So whatever, trade off. Yeah, better than being canceled, sure.
You gotta do it though.
But if it's local, well, Casey Green might still be there. Abby Howard won't be there because she's from Portland, or lives in Portland. Wait, does Casey Green live in Massachusetts? I feel like he does. Hold on.
Doesn't Andrew
Google.
Hussey live in Boston or around there?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he does. I mean, I have. You know the like ethnic mural in
Problem Sleuth?
In Problem Sleuth. I've seen that mural. I've walked by that mural before. It's great. It's even better in person.
Do you think he actually took pictures of it for that thing?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well, he could have just Googled it.
Well,
or he may.
I mean, if it's I assumed it was just like a thing he had found online, but if you've seen it in person and he thought that's really funny, I'm gonna put that in my comic.
I think he picked it because he lives in the area and he's seen it around and he thought it was funny. And he put it in Problem Sleuth.
That's even better than just like finding something funny on from Googling. I mean, I guess it makes more sense if you have you just notice it, because like why would you ever think to Google murals like that?
You wouldn't. No, he must have seen it around in real life. And yeah, Casey Green does live in Massachusetts. He grew up in Oklahoma City, but I guess he lives in Massachusetts now. Not sure where exactly, but I was right. So he might be there, actually, which would be pretty cool. I guess I wouldn't say I'm like a huge Casey Green fan or anything. I mean, I haven't actually like read any of his. I guess I read the Anime Club comics, which were fine. I haven't read like what's the one he was making for a while? He Is a Good Boy, I think it's called. I haven't read that one.
The only Casey Green I know is the collaborative effort.
Dog.
Oh, that as well. But like the collaborative effort with him, Hussey, and Drill on the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff new adventure, Quest for the Missing Spoon. That was fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's the one that they kickstarted, right?
Yeah, they kickstarted it, and it's such a fucked up weird book, and it has a spoon tucked inside that I still have.
I never got that one, and I feel damn, I wish I had it. I would love to own a copy of that, but I don't.
It's great that they made it so that it's not like a perfect like rectangle. It's like slightly angled, like the top half is slightly angled upwards from the spine, so it's just sort of a weird, annoying shape. And it's hard to notice at a glance, but then you have it in your hand, you're like, wait, this isn't like a proper book shape. So many little things like that. Obviously, must have taken a lot of work to like mass produce something so stupid, because there's like 40, not 40, it's like a few hundred pages at the end that are carved out in the shape of a spoon, where the spoon is.
That's called the incorporating the physical nature of the medium into the work. Yeah,
so dumb,
dude.
It's so dumb. And I kind of love it. I got that book with the fidget spinner reward tier, and I still have that fidget spinner. It's the only fidget spinner I ever bought.
Based. I think somewhere here I have a fidget spinner that Econ gave me that is really cool. It's silver and gold, and it has yin-yangs on it. It's made of metal, and it kind of rules. It's probably in a box somewhere. So if I get into that, if I get a table, I'm looking at the page right now, and I guess Mini Mice will be August 28th and 29th at Starlight Square in the Central Square neighborhood of Cambridge. I know where Central Square is. I don't know what Starlight Square is. I don't think I've ever been there before. And I'm a little surprised because previous Mices have been at Porter Square inside of the, I think it's a Tufts campus building that they've been at before, or maybe not. but it's some building in Porter Square. But I guess this time it's Starlight Square. How magical. How mysterious.
Ponyful.
How pony up. Hey, when's that new pony coming out?
Sometime this summer. I remember something.
Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait to be Pony Boy again.
I can't wait for the new Minecraft thing to come out and the pony, and it'll be exactly like it used to be. It'll be exactly like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I should mention. I think I mentioned this on Shekels for Heckles. No, it was after Shekels for Heckles. I talked on Shekels for Heckles. I talked about how I was really into the Thaumcraft mod that's in there. It's on their server. After the stream, I grinded Thaumcraft. I grinded through the quest line of it, and I got it, and I unlocked all the shit, and I made the void metal, and I crafted the cool hood. And not just the cool hood, I crafted the cool evil fucking void alchemist's hood and robe and pants, and now I look like a fucking demon, and it is gratifying. I'm so pleased with myself that I look like a void wizard now. I just wanted everyone to know that I did it. I beat Thaumcraft.
Nice.
It was very nice. Very cool. So next time we checkle, I will be looking scary. And it will be
Thaumcraft.
fun.
What thing is it called?
What do you mean?
The
mod is
gear
just called
set.
Thaumcraft.
No, the gear set.
Oh, the gear set is called. I think it's called the Void Thaum. Wait, hold on. Void Thaum. The Void Thaumaturge hood. Yeah.
Void
You make like the void helm and the void armor and the void leggings, and then you do like rituals on them. You enchant them, or you infuse them in the infusion altar to turn them into the void thaumaturge hood and the void thaumaturge robe and the void thaumaturge leggings.
Oh,
yeah.
I've seen these worn by certain players on the server before. Yeah. I always thought they were really cool. There's the shoulder pads on the robes are somewhat samurai-esque.
A little bit. Oh, I didn't know. Apparently there are boots too. There are boots of the Voidwalker that I didn't even know are a thing. I guess I'll have to figure out how to make those too. I didn't. Okay. What Eldritch Eye? What the? I think this might be part of like a secondary mod. This looks weird. This looks a little different. I'm not sure if this is part of vanilla Thaumcraft. I just wanted to brag about it. Thaumcraft's really cool. You do all this. You fucking extract essences from shit, and if you do it in a certain way, it like boils over, and like tainted essence like infects the world, and then these creatures start showing up, and they spread this stuff called taint, and then you have to like do all this weird shit to like contain the taint. And then these rifts start opening up, and if they do damage to you, and they spread more taint, they let more creatures out, and you have to like do all this like involved stuff to make these like bombs that like collapse the rifts to close them. It's very cool. A lot of the stuff in the PCP mod in the PCP server is like, it's like kind of nerfed a little bit. Like apparently Mage set it so that taint doesn't spread, because if it does, it can like spread really far and like fuck the whole server up. And just like, and I think she didn't want it to have the possibility of that happening, so it's a little bit nerfed, but it's still pretty neat. It's very cool. Love it.
You talking about like taint spreading reminds me of a mod.
Yeah, what is it? What is Yous talking about taint spreading remind you of?
Well, it's reminded me of another Minecraft mod that I can't remember what it's called, which is very annoying. But I saw it on YouTube. It's basically like a certain infestation, like a parasitic like set of mobs and systems where there's like tainted, I guess it's not called tainted, or like plagued or ruined land that spreads from, grass block to grass block, and then creatures that are like parasites spawn in that area, and they jump around. And they're not very dangerous on their own, but then they can infect like villagers and zombies and pigs and anything Minecraft normal can be turned into a parasitic version, which is like extremely fast and like evolves. And if you kill them, they like sort of. I think there's like a weird thing where like if enough of them like get. Wait, no. They turn into parasites, and then they start attacking other Minecraft mobs. So, like, a sheep will become like a parasite sheep, and then that sheep will start eating other things around it until it gets, like, engorged enough to explode into a bloody mess. And then that mess of, like, writhing flesh, if it connects with another writhing flesh mob, like, evolves into a higher being of Cthulhuid parasite, like, weird, gross shit. And it's extremely disgusting. And it was so cool, but I can't remember what it was called.
It's a lot. Just a lot of the whole Minecraft modded Minecraft just seems like a whole separate game experience to like delve into. Thaumcraft just happened to catch my eye because I thought it would be cool to have a dark hood.
Oh, it's called Scape and Run Parasites.
Scape and Run Parasites. Okay. Pretty neat. Pretty nifty.
There's different levels of being that can be created, and the plague area, the parasite like infestation area, can spread, and if it spreads big enough, it sprouts these like trees that summon things as it grows bigger, and you have to chop them down and purify the area. Otherwise, it'll summon like flying big dangerous things that'll get you. And they'll really scare you, and you'll poop your pants about it.
Did you ever watch the old I've talked about it before. What's it called? The guys who made Polaris. They
Maker Studio
show. No.
The guys who made Polaris was
Polaris.
like Total Biscuit and Co. I think. Oh, they was the head of it.
Am I fucking crazy? I'm sure these guys are like. Oh my god! What was the Yogs cast?
Oh no!
Did you ever see the old Yogs cast of Minecraft videos?
You know, I didn't, but I did watch a video like talking about like video essaying, the thing you had talked about before, the Let's Play
Shadow of Israfel.
Yeah, it goes through like all of the twists and turns and like how it starts out small, and the
it really does.
The
it
Yogs
really
themselves don't know that it's like set up like that, and it's very interesting.
So good. It's genius. It was genius. It was genius storytelling in a new medium of expression at the time. I'm not sure if there was ever anything like it before. And I mean, it's fun. It goes on like there's sequels to it too. Like they didn't stop after the end of Shadow of Israfel. Like they spun it off into all these like side series where like they started making the Jaffa Cake Factory while they're being harassed by their enemy Sips over at Sips Dirt Co. And meanwhile, Sips Dirt Co. has like its own like side story series that is that he's kind of just running in parallel at the same time. It's great. It's inspirational. I love what they did with it so much. I'm so impressed with it to this day. I wonder, man, shit. I wonder if I went back now and watched it, would I think like it's not as good as I remember? Was I just impressed with it because it was good for the time? It's probably overly long, honestly, but like, I don't know. Even though it's long, at the time, like, the fact that it starts out plotless and then sort of evolves a plot as it goes, that while, like, the players kind of sort of know that something is being done, but they don't know what it is, and they're genuinely, like, experiencing it as it happens. Oh. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just makes me want to gush. Just want to gush about it. Like, what a great conceit. What a great conceit for a Let's Play. I wonder if maybe they weren't the first to do it, and maybe they were like cribbing their idea from someone else, but I just don't know about it because they were like more popular.
The Yogs cast
they were
just
the first people that I saw.
One of the first like big Minecraft channels. I feel
They
like
were a-
there weren't
they
that
were
many
like
other
a-
people to crib off in Minecraft.
They were
at
a
least.
World of Warcraft show before they were a Minecraft guys, I think.
Honestly, a few of them. X from X's Adventures in Minecraft was like a World of Warcraft guy. I remember watching their like tank tutorials, like how to do good tanking in World of Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King.
It was the only World of Warcraft that I played. Was Wrath of the Lich King.
That was a good one.
It was pretty all right. It was pretty okay. It was fine. It was pre Cataclysm, which everyone hated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I got in while the getting was still mostly good. for that one golden summer.
I could talk about World of Warcraft, but I really don't know too much about. Like I've played Cataclysm. I played like Mists of Pandaria after that, and then the rest I'm not sure about. And then I came back for a while. I enjoyed Legion. I heard that one was a good one. But then it sucks again, and then it was good again. So really, it's stupid that it doesn't.
I've never even heard
consistent.
of Legion.
Yeah, there's a bunch of expansions. You know the Burning Legion? It's like a big bad, all the demons and fell stuff. Well, that was like the expansion about the Legion specifically. The first time they've been like a main antagonist.
Wasn't the Burning Crusade about fighting the Legion?
Well, yeah, I guess it was. So forget it. But this was like this went to their. This ended up going to a different planet using like the Draenei's. Like the Draenei are like aliens, and the ship crashed, and that's the capital city. Well, they used some of that technology to actually. I know that
fly. Because I started a Draenei one time.
Yeah, they at that point in the story, the ship is like, or not their ship, a ship. Technology, whatever. I didn't actually play all of the quests, so I don't actually know. But you get on a ship and you fly to the Burning Legion's military home base, which is the Draenei's previously inhabited Draenei world of Argus, which is like full of demons. So green.
Because the demons aren't the demons like bad Draenei, like the bad Draenei turned red, but like weren't the Draenei based on the demons? But it was retconned to be like, oh, the demons are like the offshoot of the Draenei that turned evil, but the Draenei are like they're naturally good. Like the original people that they came from were these good guys called the Draenei, right?
Yes, the Draenei are just a race, an alien race on a planet. The Burning Legion itself is a collection of conquered and corrupted races. So all of the demons that are, all of the different types of enemies, they used to be just a race of people on a different planet that was once conquered and enslaved and corrupted and enlisted by the Legion. And
so
the Draenei are just some of them. Yeah.
So kind of like the Zerg, but like demons instead of like gross, like parasitized bug creatures. Yeah, okay, I see.
So
I gotcha.
Then there's a bunch of stuff I didn't actually get to play on Argus. I didn't get that far because there's just a lot of stuff in Legion, and it's quite good quest writing, honestly. But the cool thing, and I don't know whether people actually think this is cool, but it was like, Warpog is the biggest thing I've ever seen. It's so big. It's the biggest moment in World of Warcraft. Sargeras, the originator of the Burning Legion, who is like an ancient titan. If you know the titans, they're like really big, and they go around planets creating life by planting, like they're like weird robots. They put like the iron dwarves and the mechanomes to cultivate the land and create, like they put stone people down, like carve the land into a thing. And this is where all the lore of the Titans is. The Titans were literal Titans who created life on Earth, on Azeroth. They go around the universe. Sargeras is a Titan who is like, actually, fuck that. I would rather destroy life. That's better, I think.
Base.
And he started the Legion, and he's going around like undoing the Titans' work because he doesn't agree with it. He arrives, and this is like the expansion about the Burning Legion. Sargeras should be or could be the final boss, but I don't think they kill him. I think they banish him at the end. Spoilers. But he gets his giant sword. He's bigger than the planet. He gets his giant sword and he like throws it just as he's about to be like cast away by the other Titans and like locked in a prison or whatever to presumably come back in like 5 other expansions later, because he's the main villain of all of the entire universe. It's kind of difficult to just kill him. He throws his giant sword and it like stabs the earth, and it's in the earth now. You can go to it like physically. It's in Silithus, which is like southwest. So there's nothing there. Nothing was there, but now there is literally nothing there because there is a sword that is the tallest thing that has ever existed in the game, and you can actually fly all the way to the top of it. It's so fucking big. You can see it from like 15 zones away. It's like, the horizon is permanently changed with this giant sword jutting out of it. And I just thought that was cool.
That is cool. That reminds me of, isn't there like a giant sword sticking out of the ground in Diaries of a Spaceport Janitor? Like somewhere near like a lake, I think. There's just a big sword sticking out of the ground.
I thought you were about to say Diaries of a Wimpy Kid. In the lore of Diaries of
Isn't there a
Wimpy
legendary Titan sword? Yeah, stuck in the ground. No, Spaceport Janitor.
Yeah. I don't know.
I heard you cackling, and I'm like, what did I say? What did I say that's funny? Oh man, yeah, good game. Diaries of Spaceport Janitor, pretty neat. Actually, kind of a weird game. I don't know if I'd call it a good game, but a neat game with a cool world that's fun to walk around in and look at. I have been.
Oh, what are you gonna say? Because I got another video game.
I was gonna change the subject completely, so go ahead.
Well, I just want to mention, speaking of cool little funny indie games that are interesting, there's a new
the Palestinian bundle. I bought that. I bought that this morning.
The indie bundle for Palestinian Aid. I saw it and I was like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Last year, I got
friend of the show, Jim Stormdancer's game.
Yes, I noticed that.
Glittermitten Grove, aka Frog Fractions 2, is on there.
Now I have that, and that's going to be fun.
That's worth playing. That's worth the $5 easily.
Yeah,
all by itself. Yeah.
But yeah, like last year, itch.io or itch.io had a similar bundle for like Black Lives Matter like support.
Yep.
I bought that, and I was like, over 1,000
That was a
games.
great deal. That was a great deal. I played a bunch of those games, and some of them were pretty interesting.
I played so many of those. I enjoy the process of combing through those and like looking at one and seeing, that looks kind of interesting. Clicking on it. Obviously, I've already bought all of these by them being in the bundle, so I don't have to worry about cost. And I'm just sort of treasure trove diving, like finding gems, finding things that are like not traditionally marketable or good, or you wouldn't see this on the front page of Steam. You wouldn't get recommended this by anyone. Nobody would ever talk about it. Yet there are some really fun little games in here that otherwise would never be seen by anyone.
At least not
by me.
I have the page open right now after I bought it, because I just did, and I saw a couple on here, just on the first page randomly, that seemed neat. Let me just pick one that I saw that was called... There's one called... I don't know, this one just caught my eye. It's called To Duel List. Just a common, beautiful day completing a list. And there's like a fucking, noodle-armed Adventure Time looking boy, girl, I don't know, looking at a list. And I guess maybe you play as this person going around and dueling people? Like Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know.
What?
I might play it and see what it is.
I really enjoyed it's the having access to and being encouraged to try out all of these secret games. And this Palestinian
that I would never have heard of ever.
This Palestinian Aid bundle is, good excuse to do that all over again. I did skim through to see if it was like mostly the same, but it's mostly different. I actually didn't recognize nearly any of the ones, and I have scrolled through all of the pages of the BLM one. So definitely worth your money. Give it a $5. Give it even more than that. I gave it $25.
Yeah, link in the description to that, because I would say it's worth buying. Even if you don't want to play these fucking games, buy it anyway.
Yeah,
I was
mean,
gonna say
value for money
Yeah.
is one thing, but I
It's-
really
there's-
like the
yeah.
experience of
It's both.
having all of this like it feels like secret knowledge, even though it's like
Mm-hmm.
you put a game in. I played one of the games the day I bought it, which was like this time traveling puzzle game where you have to like walk around a very small like level made of like cubes and stuff, and you've got to like stand on platforms and press buttons, and then like another version of yourself from the future plays, like you play in the same zone as the one you just played, and you can't like lock eyes, or like your past version of yourself that was like pre-recorded through your actions cannot see your future self or your present self from your perspective. So you've got to like stealth hide from yourself, and then if you fuck up, you can rewind, and you have to like plan where you expect the blind spots need to be so that you can run through them easier. It was good. And I was just like, and I played the whole thing. It was a short little game. It was a really cool concept, adequately made and done, and good music, and I really liked it. And that was like just the first one.
Makes you think. Says a lot about society.
It says a lot about
but-
the video
yeah.
games.
It really does.
Short games are
I'm-
based.
I'm just scrolling. I was thinking, I was talking earlier about, I was watching all these videos by this guy, fucking Tim Rogers, and I don't think I agree with his taste in games, because he talks a lot about big-ass games, long games, AAA games, Last of Us, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I don't care at all about I don't care how good they are. I don't want to play them. I don't want to play those games. They're not interesting. They're big, bloated, cinematic pieces of shit that I couldn't give less of a fuck about, even if they're perfect. Irrelevant.
Give me a game that I can like blast through in like 5 minutes and have a nice experience.
Give me
100 of those.
Give me a goofy, weird little like indie thing that is like I don't want to see The Last of Us, because I've seen it before. It's its own story, but like all the stuff in it I've seen before. I don't know. I'm scrolling. Cats Are Liquid, A Light in the Shadows, a minimalistic 2D platformer about a cat with the ability to transform into liquid. What could that be? Maybe I've never seen anything like that. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it sucks. But I don't know. It seems more piques my interest more.
There's always going to be a few that suck. And there's always a lot of like tabletop rule sets and things that aren't even games, like tile sets. But like there's over 1,000, I think, things, and there's so many of them that like the vast majority, I think, are like games, and of those games there's going to be at least like 20 to 30 to 50 like actually good ones that you enjoy.
Probably.
So it's like there's no way you can go wrong.
True. I was gonna say, do you remember when we talked a couple episodes ago about distress at the thought of having one's head destroyed?
Huh? I mean, that does sound distressing, but I don't remember.
I remember I talked about it. I talked about how it. The point is, I've been thinking a lot. I've been having. At the time, I said, like, boy,
remember.
I think about, like, what if I died by having my head crushed? That would be so bad, and I freak out thinking about it. I've been freaking out more and thinking about it more. I've been having, like, a lot of intrusive thoughts about it that make me, like, sort of spaz out a little bit and, like, recoil and, like, kind of, like, have to, like, stand up and, like, hit my head and be like, like, I'm so bothered. The experience I imagine is like this. It's my head on a train track against the metal of the train track as the train comes towards me and crushes me under its iron wheels. Destroys my head.
A train track would be so quick that you wouldn't even feel the pain.
I don't know about that. But wouldn't you feel it for just a moment?
Maybe.
Wouldn't you feel it for just a moment?
You would.
And I can only imagine that it would be the worst feeling that a human could experience.
It would, but like, I think the way to solve this problem.
I'm hyper focusing about that moment. Like, how would that moment feel? And
you've just got to face your
wigging
fears.
Out over it.
You've got to face your fears. Okay. You've got to try it out.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, you just got to wear a helmet.
And I can tell you.
And then it'll bing, it'll like fly off into the sunset.
Oh, you know what? You know what's in? Oh wow! You know what's in this bundle is Mouse Corp by the Catamites. That's the guy who made Space Funeral. One of his slightly later games. It's a weird game that I never quite figured out. Mouse Corp. Okay, about the head crushing thing. I don't know. I've started to wonder. I've been thinking about it so much that I'm thinking like, what if I'm seeing the future? What if that's the future that's it's coming? Like it's getting sooner and sooner, and that event is reverberating strongly into the past, and I'm receiving a message from my future me that is how I will die, and it is getting closer.
It's giving you subliminal messages so that you're afraid of putting your head on a train track, whereas otherwise you would usually do that normally and that would be fine. But now you're afraid of it.
I am afraid of it. But it's my future, so I'm gonna do it anyway. So it's not accomplishing anything by sending the message back. It's just making me feel bad. And it's working great at that.
You know,
it's accomplishing that goal with flying colors.
Something that is similar, kind of, is when I move my jaw in a specific way or I yawn like too strongly, there's like a weird, sharp, very short-lived pain, but it's very scary in my skull, where it's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have moved your jaw in that exact way. And I'm like, oh, okay, I won't. And I don't know what it is. I don't think it's like a fracture or anything. I don't think it's anything serious. But it's like, it's happened like on like occasionally for the past few years. And I'm like, God, if I push that, if I decided to continue moving in that way, it would cause irreparable damage. And I'm so scared that like there's something wrong there in my skeleton, it's probably just like a weird nerve ending that's like, I don't know, brushing up against something and going, pew, telling me that I'm going to die, but I'm not sure.
I mean, there's a feeling that I get, I haven't done it in a while and I don't want to do it, but if you like try to open your mouth as wide as it'll go, like really try to open your jaw really wide, and then when it's as wide as it goes, like try to push it even further. It's not a pain, but it starts to feel weird. And if you do it, when I've done it before, it makes me think like, it makes me like kind of want to keep doing it and just like see what happens. And I feel like you could, like unhinge your jaw and like injure yourself if you did that hard enough. And it's the curiosity. It's like, ooh, I just kind of want to flirt with that.
Like I've never felt this before. What if we go even further beyond? And this is super Broken Jaw 3.
Hell yeah. I don't know. I just hate being a corporeal being, having a brain, having a body, having organs, having parts of me that feel things. I hate my corporeal existence.
Yeah, I mean, you should try being incorporeal, such as the Lord of Ghosts.
I would love to. Wait, is he even incorporeal? He's just like a little blob.
He's not incorporeal.
Can he go through? So he can't like walk through walls or anything.
No, I mean, I think in the comic, I make it sort of imply that he's not really a ghost when he goes underneath the thing, and the guy says, "Oh, I'm gonna revive now because I'm dead, and I'm gonna go up the pipe, and I'm gonna become a real person again." And then Lord of Ghosts goes there and does it, and nothing happens. It's like, oh, he's not really dead. Whoa.
Oh, Pog. Oh, soy. No, you're right. I remember that. I do. That makes, He doesn't seem like a ghost. Or, I don't know what the fuck his deal is.
I do, but I'm not telling.
But I sure do
That's the long
love
game.
that. But I sure do like that little scamp, whatever his freaky being might be. Hell yeah.
If the plush like stretch goal gets reached and like people have him, then they'll be able to tell for sure what he feels like in real life because he'll be finally corporeal, even though he already is.
Will he retroactively be like, oh yeah, he's actually like a plush all along? He was always been made of fabric. This was from the very beginning. Probably not.
Like zoom in on the pages. Like, oh wait a minute, is that a stitch?
A seam? A little tag on him? Oh, it was there all along. You gotta do. It'll be like in Homestuck when Hussey went back and added John's arm in all the frames. Yeah. Just go back and add a little tag, a little tag and a little like stitch off of a
little
butt.
Like fucking what were they called? Beanie Baby tag.
Yeah, the tie tag. Exactly. Gotta do it. It's canon. You gotta respect canon.
Oh no, I'm a slave to the canon, and I just agree with whatever people say it is. That's the true like communism way to make art is to have no autonomy at all.
That's the thing about canon. It just is whatever people believe it is, and if you can delude enough people into thinking it's something else, then it just becomes that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing anyone can do about it.
I know the death of the author is an applicable term here, but I've heard it so many times in so many contexts, I forget what it actually means. I just assume I'll be killed and I'll be dead at some point.
Yeah, that's what that is. It can mean that if you want it to.
It's like if you become an author, you are destined to be killed by the audience. They'll get you.
It's like it's when you go to like a book signing, and you shoot them, but you say death of the author first, you get a freebie. The cops can't arrest you if you say death of the author.
Death caused by the author?
Well,
like if you become an author, you're allowed to kill one people?
No, I was saying you're allowed to kill them, the fans, or anyone. Or maybe maybe it's just a free-for-all. I don't know. It's just anyone can fucking kill anyone when books are involved.
When art is involved, it's
I mean, maybe that's
game.
Maybe that's the canon of Death of the Author. Maybe I believe that to be true, and that makes it true because I say so. If enough people are convinced.
What about the breath of the author, though? Breath of the author is like when they're speaking.
Yeah, that one's pretty simple, actually. There's not a lot to say about that one. It's exactly what it sounds like.
But if you stop the breath of the author, you cause the death of the author. Then you get the
death of the author. That's right. And that's why when aspect inversion occurs on a breath character, they become a doom character. No, wait, it's blood.
They become addicted to meth.
They become a meth character. Yeah. Boy. Have we said all we need to say about that?
Well, about that, yeah. I guess last little thing is that I'm thinking I might I've got a few little things to do, but I do want to get back to like drawing the Clarissa comic, and I feel like even though it's like strange, like conflicting marketing, I feel like it would be a good idea to do that stream and then talk about Lord of Ghosts while I'm drawing the Clarissa comic. While that Kickstarter is going on,
I don't see why not.
There'll be no detriment to either thing. So I'm probably going to be doing that once I get a few things in order. I want to finish that smaller comic, and I'm going to go into Clarissa. I'm going to hopefully be live streaming at some point, and I'll show the Kickstarter, and it'll all be like, everything's suddenly happening. Like Gib's doing stuff suddenly.
That'll be weird. That'll be the day. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna feel when I put the game out. It's gonna be like, oh my god, Ben finished something. Oh my god, Ben actually made something. And then this lecture comes out right. It will be like it rains, it pours, kind of like, oh, all of a sudden, a cascade of content. What the fuck? I don't even know what's going on, man. I don't even know which media to consume first. I'm a consumer. I love content. Soy.
Soy.
Yes. Perfect. Soy. Oh, there was a voicemail that purported to be Mr. Vizier of the Void Gazers singing the Discord song, Discord, I'm howling at the moon and screaming it. And I don't know if it was real, but boy, was it funny. You don't
know? Did it sound like him?
It did sound like him. It could have been real, but I don't know. I just don't know. It could be a forgery. I don't know how. I don't trust my senses.
Well, let's just assume that it wasn't a forgery, and then it's suddenly like Riley.
Yeah, you know what? This guy's pretty based, actually. You know what? Anyone who likes the Discord song.
All discord between parties goes away once you sing the Discord song.
I mean, you just gotta remember that friendship, at the end of the day, is magic, and we gotta do it. We gotta have friends.
Friendship is magic, but magic is fucking fake, so I don't know.
Yeah. By the transitive property of fakeness, and friendship is fake as well. That's a shame.
Dang.
You want to go do some more voicemails?
Yeah.
We're floundering. Okay.
We're floundering like that fish from The Little Mermaid.
Wait. Actually, let's listen to that one again. Just I want to hear if you think it's true. It's the one called SM Part 1.
Oh, hang on, let me get there.
Yeah, okay.
Speakpipe.cock.
I just don't know what. Like, when would he have been singing that? It sounds a lot like him, but I'm just like, it just doesn't seem like.
Which one?
Doesn't seem like that would have happened. It's called SM Part 1.
Oh, there, yeah, it's underneath.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
And now, Yig Studios Riley performing Discord.
I'm not a fan of Redditors, and I've been nagging fear someone else is pulling all the strings. Something terrible is going down through the entire town. The king and the key and all it brings. I can't sit idly, no, I can't move at all. I curse the name, the one behind it all.
What do you think?
I think that because there is like it's made to sound as if it's like played at a venue, but we can't hear any people at all. I think it's fake. There's no crowd noise, there's no nothing. So why would he just be blasting this and then singing it?
I don't know if I'm convinced by that argument. I feel like if the music was loud enough, and like it was just recorded at a low quality, you just wouldn't hear the crowd.
Yeah, but I know what live music sounds. I mean, the video they made of that thing, I glanced at it. I looked at just to see what was going on. Does not sound like you could hear stuff going on.
They didn't sing at that one.
I know they didn't, but like, they recorded it. They had a camera. I don't know what if Riley sang.
I don't know why I don't know why it's Redditors. I don't know why it says Redditors instead of puppeteers. Like, is that an ad lib?
Wait, what?
He says, "I'm not a fan of Redditors, but I'm a nagging fear someone else is pulling at the strings."
I'm gonna turn up.
I don't know. This is inconclusive to me.
No. It's there's the bit where after he says, "and I can't move at all," he takes a breath. The music isn't there. You can hear nothing. There's nothing there. He's either performing in an empty studio, hall or place, venue, or it's fake. And I think it's probably fake.
I don't know. Maybe you're right. It's just so disappointing. It'd be just disappointing if fake.
I need visual evidence.
Big if true.
If this was like an Instagram story video, then
yeah, I was doubting it too. I would also need visual evidence. If I saw it, That's what it would take for me to be sure. Without it, I can only wonder. Okay, but the next voicemail that I didn't listen to before is called Ultranumerary. Did you see it?
Yep.
Based. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, PCP. I come to you today seeking some advice. You see, I would like nothing more than to start a simple, modest, Welsh-speaking family. But I can't reconcile this with the additional fact that I...
This is a terrible bit. This guy, he's sent in a bunch of voicemails where he starts asking a question, and then he has metal music start playing with pig squeals, and I guess he just must think it's really funny. But it had worn out its welcome by probably the end of the first one. To say nothing of being 3 voicemails in, so I'm sick of this guy. Next one is called Yeah? Boo! Bad. Next one is called Tomaso Choco Taco. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to correct something Nate said last week.
He wasn't on.
You actually still can download stuff from Emu Paradise. It's just you have to download an extension called Tamper Monkey.
Are we going to hear the pig?
And run a script through it.
We're going to hear the pig.
It's pretty easy to set up. You can just Google it. It works fine. See you later.
What does he mean that Nate said last week? What does that mean?
He probably was responding to a very, very old episode. And I don't know, didn't realize. Or it's a joke.
What a
don't get the punchline.
What a fucking moron. I don't know why I'm so mad. I'm irritated. He didn't. No, you're a fool. You're Emu Parrot. Yeah, whatever. I don't even remember what you said. Next voicemail is called Your Average Passive Listener. 3, 2, 1, go.
You guys were talking about having kids last week, and it was basically talking about symbolic immortality, a psychological term coined by Robert J. Lifton.
Is this a bit?
We all naturally strive for it because we're fear of death. There's 4 categories: biological, children, afterlife, religion, natural, trees, and the good shit, creative immortality. I think all artists have that little comfort inside them that at least something will still be there after they're dead. I sure do. I think I need a question. So, is anyone religious in the PCP? And no matter the answer, how is religion against your job?
Great voicemail. Loved it.
I mean, I guess they're just not up to date. I don't know what the joke would be if they're just putting...
I don't know if this is a joke. No one's religious in the PCP. Great question. Thanks.
Creative immortality is pretty cool. That's
pretty base.
That's pretty cool. I don't know.
You're not religious,
I forget
right?
the conversation that he's responding to, huh?
No, you're not religious, right? I don't think any one of us is religious at all, or has ever been.
No, I am actually Sikh. Because I seek answers.
Inshallah, save Palestine. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet.
That's not Sikhism. That's something else. Actually, I don't really know much about Sikhism.
Wait, no, you're right. What am I thinking of?
Islam?
Sunni and Shiite. Sunni and Shiite are the two Islam branches that I'm thinking of. Okay, whatever. Next voicemail is called Requiem for Lamau. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo, what's up, PCP? Here to ask some relationship advice because that's been interesting.
Not been enough of that.
Basically, what I'm wondering is, I got this chick who's into me, and she wants to date and stuff, but
gay.
I don't really want to because my life is super busy with just going into college now and all that kind of stuff. So I don't even want to.
Is it the pig? Is the pig coming? Are we gonna hear the pig?
So my question is,
this is a bit. This is building to something. Oh my god! Just fucking hit me with the pig already! Just hit me with the fucking pig, you motherfucker!
It feels quite deliberate what he's fumbling with. This is not the sound of fumbling where you're actually just fumbling. It sounds like he's trying to fuck with the audio.
Are these Are these like old voicemails that someone has like re-recorded and added like microphone distortion to make them like inaudible?
I mean, potentially, but they would need access to the old voicemails, and we never provided them, did we?
I don't
we just
think so.
had them on the show, and that would have our voices on them.
He might have picked some that we like largely didn't interrupt, and then he added like the microphone fumbling sound that like might cover up any like later interruptions that we made. It's possible. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a joke that I'm not getting here. Okay, next
We're getting
one
epically
is,
trolled.
Am I pretty good. You got me. Okay, next one is called Pony Lore. 3, 2, 1, go.
Since Mage is going to be appearing on podcasts about now, I want to ask this question. Why is Mage in the PCP? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of these Mage haters.
Yeah, this is a bit.
What is this?
This is
What's
old
the joke?
voicemails. And they're taking old voicemails and then fumbling with a microphone so we can't hear them. But why?
Why would you do this?
Also, how? That's the question I would have. How do they get access to these? Or are they just fabricating voicemails and then doing it? Very strange.
I think they might just be like snipping the audible portion out of the old episodes. Again, I don't know why you would do this. Okay, next one is called Henlo Corgo 4. Ben, you're a straight edge turbo virgin. 3, 2, 1, go. Vaping.
That was me hitting nitrous, by the way. So,
Nitrous?
in older episodes of the podcast, you guys have had a fairly negative attitude towards drugs in general. But I was just wondering if
That's not true.
anyone on the show, on the episode, has any experiences that they, with drugs that they haven't talked about. I just figured that this would be like an interesting prompt for a story or two. I don't know.
I don't have a negative attitude toward drugs in general. I just don't really like them myself. I think I've explained that, like, I've smoked weed a few times, and sometimes it's been fine, and other times it's made me feel uncomfortable, paranoid, given me like a weird body high sensation that I don't like. A couple of times it's been really bad and been very uncomfortable for me. And I'm just not that into it. I don't think I've had any like good experiences with drugs that I haven't talked about on this show. Yeah.
I've talked about my experiences with drugs, but I guess I can just mention I've only I've tried weed. That's about it. A couple times. Smoking it, and I took a bong, bong or two, and I got high once. The first time I tried it, nothing happened, and it was good. I don't know whether I would turn it down if it was like, hey, do you want to do some weed? I'd be like, yeah, all right. But I would never go out of my way to like purchase. I would never go out of my way to purchase drugs because it's like, I don't know. Whatever. People say they need drugs to unwind, and I never take them. Maybe I need to unwind more often. I don't know.
I don't really get that unwinding. I don't know. I like alcohol. Alcohol is the only drug that I really like. I guess that kind of helps me unwind. I guess when I have a little to drink, I get a little more loosey-goosey. But it's not like, oh, I feel stressed, therefore I will drink alcohol to feel less stress. It's, if I drink alcohol, I will enter a more rambunctious state of mind, which sounds fun, so I'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, when I feel stressed, I don't tend to like desire any specific thing. I'm just sort of thinking about something, and thinking about it is annoying, and I'm like, oh shit. So I suppose like taking my mind off it would be beneficial. I don't like drinking though. It's not that great. It's all right on
Cringe.
occasion, but like I need to get like the right amount, and I don't know how much that is, and I don't like buying things. Sucks. I drink tea. Tea is actually really relaxing. Just a nice cup of tea. That'll do me a lot of the time.
Sure. Makes sense. Okay, next one is called I'll Die Corp. Die Another Day. 3, 2, 1, go.
What a great day for me, CEO of Aldai Corporation, to spend in the bustling Aldai Corp business center. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Oh, let me answer that. Hello, CEO.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's a waste of my fucking time. It's annoying. You're not funny. Don't do it. Stop. Okay, next.
I just gotta pee quick.
Huh? Boo. Okay, Eleazar, cut this out. Cut this part out. I don't feel like entertaining these freaks during the wait. Actually, leave in the part where I say I don't feel like entertaining these freaks. I want them to know what I think of them. But cut out this part where I tell you to do that.
I'm Beck.
You're Beck, the musical artist of note?
Yeah. I appeared on
Cool.
the new album The Gorillaz made, Song Machine. I was a feature guest artist.
Oh my god. That must have been such an honor for you, Mr.
No, I
Beck,
hate
sir.
them actually. I fucking
shit,
those
I'm
guys
so
suck.
Damn. Ooh, that's a bummer.
You heard it here first on the PCP.
Next voicemail is called When the Link Doesn't Work and You Do a DIY Solution. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey kids, who does this remind you of?
Call an ambulance, please.
Okay, hold on. Where does it hurt?
My stomach.
Do you know what this is?
ちゃんと痛いけど痛い。
I can imagine it's hentai.
救急車を呼んでもらったからといって安心はできません。しっかりと自分の状態を相手に伝えましょう。
Boo, next voicemail. No, not listening to it. Garbage. Okay, next one is called 3, 2, 1, go.
Wait.
Are you ready? Yeah.
It says 25252.
Oh, and we got a new one. Yeah, you're right. Okay. 25252. 3, 2, 1, go.
Just asking for your personal opinion. Do you think Nate will ever come back?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly have no idea.
I'm not sure.
I don't
either.
understand.
I get the feeling that he's just done with appearing online and speaking. If it's not in a heavily edited context, but he does stream occasionally, so I don't know. He just doesn't like the podcast. But I don't know whether that's like a long-lasting thing forever. Because I know he doesn't like... He's not in bad terms with us. We're still talking occasionally.
Yeah.
Mostly about Radcon stuff, but, you know.
Yeah. Honestly, it's a fair question, and but I don't know. I don't know. If you put a gun to my head, I would say probably yes, at least in a little capacity. Like, I feel like at some point, maybe he would want to come on to discuss the Radcon stuff, just like because it's been going on and being dealt with in the background. Maybe? I could be wrong. I don't know. If I were him, I would be on the podcast, which I am. So I don't get it. I can't explain anything he does. Okay, next one is called 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Bass.
You said it 3 times in a row.
That's a good one. That's a good gag voicemail that I like. This is like the first voicemail that I've liked this whole episode. I hate all of you. Next voicemail is called Jonathan/Jawn, Jawn. 3, 2, 1, go.
Pump purple no shirt win?
I can't hear it. Next one is called Shut Up and Take the Money.
I heard punk, so I want to listen.
Pump Purple No Shirt win?
Oh, I did make a Pump Purple No Shirt on Teespring. But it was
hold on. I can't. I want to listen one more time.
That is what he says.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Pump Purple No Shirt when. Yeah, I've had one on. Let me just see. Fucking Teespring Gibbo Crit store or something? What the fuck was it? I had it for a while, and I never advertised it because I'm stupid. But I have a few things on there. Yeah. The no shirt, it was just sort of like... It's just a black words on a purple t-shirt, so it doesn't look... You can't really see it.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like make it a little more like stand outy, so that when it's printed on the shirt, you can make out the no. And so I put like yellow and orange around it because that's the punk colors. But
yeah, but that's not the iconic shirt.
Yeah, so maybe I should just redo this, and then you can buy it. God, but Teespring sucks. I hate making things on Teespring.
What's wrong with Teespring? I think it's the least sucky. It's the least sucky shirt site that I'm personally aware of.
I mean, maybe it's improved since I last used it. But is it Teespring or is it like, what is it called?
I don't know. I use Teespring.
Oh no, it is Teespring. Yeah, /spring.com.
You just get a PNG of the image. It pretty much just automatically puts it on the shirt where it needs to be.
It's just the sort of like setting up like what things it shows, because like a general customer, when presented with every possible permutation, like every single item of clothing that thing could be on one page, they sort of get overwhelmed. Like, oh, do I go for this very similar to this other t-shirt, or this other t-shirt that's slightly different with a different V, like a V cut, or like no, people don't know what is the right thing. So I'd like it to be simple and just like there's one t-shirt and you can get it on a hoodie as well. But like I have to go through the menus and like delist all of the things that it's not that's like confusing.
What you should do and what you can do and what I have done is you can make one shirt and then like choose like, okay, this shirt design is on this t-shirt, this t-shirt, this t-shirt. It's positioned like so. And then you can just duplicate that shirt settings to make a new shirt, apply a new image, but it's automatically chooses, the same items, right? You can, if you go to like your items menu and you look at all the listings you have, there's a button for duplicate and you can just be like, yeah, make it the same as that other shirt, but, apply a new design to it. It's pretty convenient. I recommend it.
Yeah, I gotta spend like an afternoon or a whole day like doing that. I should probably like update my Lord of Ghosts design. Because I made this store when I was like, well, less artistically good than I am now, and I think the Lord of Ghosts thing is just sort of not cool enough.
Or what's like the Lord of Ghosts thing on the Teespring?
I'll link it.
Show me.
Put it in general.
The Gibbo Crit store creator spring.com/listing/the Lord of Ghosts product. Oh yeah.
It's like all right. I have like leggings where you can put them on leggings, which is cool.
In my opinion, the obvious thing to do for a Lord of Ghosts shirt is just to have a black shirt that is an all over print with like the eyes and the teeth on it.
Yeah. I don't think I had the option to do all over print when I made this one though, but I did unlock it at some point.
They do, yeah. They unlocked it. Hey, I've never asked this, but is the way the Lord of Ghosts looks at all based on that Vapors page? Do you know the one I'm talking about?
Oh, the one with the teeth? No, I think you asked that question before.
Yeah, I will post the image. For Eleazar to post.
It's not
yeah,
like ripped
it's not okay.
It's from other things that have that same sort of tooth design. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm thinking of like
I'm just looking at the shirt. I was looking at the socks. I was looking at the socks with the eyes and the teeth, and I'm like, that reminds me of something. I
don't know about
curious.
the socks. I bought a pair of those socks, but because I don't know, they stretch. They're not black.
Yeah,
they're not actually black when you print on them, even though it looks like that in the preview image. The socks you get, they stretch a bit and then they're suddenly gray all over, and it's like that's not nice.
I think an all over print, no border, no like jagged border with like the white gradient. I would just want all black articles of clothing with the eyes and the teeth kind of just around, because Lord of Ghosts is amorphous. I don't know. That's what I would do. Oh, you can get it on a baby onesie. I can have my fucking baby and put his fucking eyes and teeth on him.
I just thought that would be funny to add that one in.
Hell yeah. Based.
You know what? I should get my own, like, Brup leggings. If you look at the Brup one at the bottom, that's like the give and take, like, Sweetbro Hella Jeff-esque JPEG fuckery.
Of course.
I've sold a few of those shirts, but the leggings are fucking incredible.
I know about Brup.
I should buy these.
Yeah.
Now that I wear leggings, and that's the thing I do. Because before I was like, I can't wear leggings.
Well,
that's a girl article of clothing. But now I can.
Small mind, small imagination. You had to expand. You had to expand your reality to make it a possibility.
So cool.
We've arrived. Yeah. Honestly, it looked pretty cool. The Brop is iconic. Everybody knows. Everybody loves the Brop. Let's do the next voicemail. It's called "Shut Up and Take the Money." 3, 2, 1, go.
Man, I just really don't understand why the gig editor was so hell-bent on not getting paid. Like, why? Why don't you want to get paid? Devu got paid
because Ben was advocating for it, and they didn't like Ben.
It's only fair, right? I don't know. I mean, I just think it's kind of scummy that the gig guys are kind of letting them work for free.
You're right.
Like, they really should have put their foot down and be like, no, like, let me fucking make it up to you monetarily.
I wish this wasn't going to go on for another 40 seconds, because I have an answer right now.
A lot of other YouTubers do this, just as a kind of way to avoid having to deal with headaches down the line, or like fans getting too attached to it. They keep going on about parasocial relationships, but I guess it's parasocial when it's convenient for them.
Bad when criticism, good
scummy.
when money.
Fucking, you were absolutely right to bully this person into taking money to do their fucking job.
The reason why...
Anyway, PCP forever, Tom will never die, call me back.
Thank you. The reason why, in my opinion, the reason why they were hell-bent on it was because Yig had probably told them, maybe in a kind of, like, sort of suggested that, like, oh, we'd love to have some videos edited, but we can't really afford to pay anything. And this person, parasocial, dick-sucking lamprey scum,
I don't even think they would have done that. I feel like this person, like, just assumed that it would be really cool if I did that for them, and they just wanted to do it for free. Like, it seems like
it's possible.
Like, money never came up, and then they was like, oh, "Okay, we'll pay you." No.
They claimed that they had been offered money and refused, which sounds like a lie. Honestly, I don't know if I believe that. It's possible.
Maybe.
The answer to the question is creepy parasocial dedication to a weird cult of personality run by a bunch of freak grifters. That's the answer to all Yig questions.
When you get like stuff offered for you for free from people who are parasocially like invested in your brand or yourself, you gotta not just accept it, Like the times where it's acceptable
but
to
what-
accept
but what
like
if I
free
want-
shit is
but what
like
if I want
when you're
free
like with an actual friend and they're like,
What if
hey,
I don't
let
wanna
me
pay
pay for your drink, let me pay for like this,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh well, thanks. You know, that's when you accept free shit. Is when they're actually friends.
This practice in general is just like mixing friendship and business, which is just not good. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
like
even,
when you
even with friends, it would be weird to ask someone you know well to do something, hoping that they won't want to ask for compensation for it. Because adults, they got to pay bills. And
I
their
would
time
say-
is valuable. You know.
if you are like a noob, right? If you're like just starting, you're like, I want to start a YouTube channel. I want to start making essays, content, and maybe your friend is a YouTuber, does that stuff, maybe is a bit of a professional about it. If they maybe like said, hey, I'll edit a video for you, like to help you get started or something, I would think that was fine. But in that case, it's like the person who's higher up on the totem pole doing something for free for someone who's lower down as a favor. It's not, it's not some nobody being like, oh, let me edit videos for you for free. I'll do it for free. I don't care. I don't even need to get paid. I'd love that. Oh, I'd be on the channel. Like that's gross. That's gross to, even if they offer it, it's gross to accept it. Cause like, it's just a fucked up dynamic there. It's like,
I mean, we got like offers of people who wanted to edit the PCP for free. It was like, no, we're going to set up a payment system.
And we didn't let them do it. There were people that said they wanted to like design the website for free, and no, you're right. People have made the offer like, I'll do this for free, and we've always been like, no, that's messed up, and it will cause problems down the line, and it will lead to dissatisfaction. It will lead to strife. It will lead to claims of, oh, you took advantage of me, which would be true, and also it just wouldn't be ethical. So we don't do it. I don't know. It's bad. I don't want to dwell on it any longer. It's upsetting. Next voicemail is called I'm Sure You Care a Whole Lot. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm the caller who said the thing about the graves and they're real people. I'm not offended. I'm sorry I said your podcast sucks. It's still good.
No, it's okay. It sucks. It's fine. No, the podcast sucks. I wasn't sure if you were being sincere or whatever. If you were like, shit, that's literally like my grandpa's grave that you put your face on to flash when you talk on your podcast about Pokemon and whatever. Honestly, I would be offended. And if you were like that, I might get it. But I assume that like the odds of that were really low. But like the outside chance existed. Maybe. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next one is called The Productive Teen 17. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, what's up, PCP?
Hey,
I am
it's
the
your boy.
Productive Teen 17, and I hear
Pig. I knew it. I was
that
just about to say
I like
pig.
that
Yep. Not funny.
I like
Still not funny.
I'm a culinary student, so
Not a good bit. You really went all in on this bit. Like this person was like, they being the change I want to see in the world. They listened to the episode on Friday and they were like, I have an idea for a bit, but it's going to take preparation because I'm going to do this bit over the span of the whole week, so they will be sprinkled throughout, right? I'm going to plan this out and I'm going to commit to it because I have a great idea for a funny bit that will really get the people talking, that will really like get people's imagination going and like be compelling to the audience in one way or another. And they planned it out and they scheduled it in their mind and they were, okay, I'll make a call this day, I'll make a call this day, I'll make a call this day, and it will all lead up to the big finale at the end, and then it will all be it won't just be one voicemail. I will transcend someone who just makes a single voicemail. I will be an arc I will have a character. I will be known as the interrupting pig guy. Everyone will appreciate it. And they planned it out, thought about it, decided that this was a thing that was worth doing. They planned it out. How are they going to do it? Here's the plan. And then they followed through and they executed on it with confidence. And this is what we got. And I hope that paints a picture in your mind. Okay, enough. I know he's gonna come. There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more. Got him. There's gonna be more though. We're not even. Honestly, part of me just wants to give up because I know there's gonna be another fucking interrupting pig. What do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have like 15 more. There's like at least 4 more pigs. And I just feel exhausted. I just feel tired and sad. Thinking about having to respond, having to react, and have some opinion the next time I hear that
next time you just move on immediately. The more you react, the more funny it might be.
I guess you're right. I guess that's a more mature response. You're right. I need to rise above it. I need to rise above the pig. Okay. Next voicemail is called A Sincere Apology. 3, 2, 1, go.
It was then Ben Saint realized he should have been auditing the voicemails all along.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
After watching Prime Minister David Cameron fuck his mother's corpse for the final time, young interrupting Death Pig realized his only quest in life was to get revenge on the man who started it all. Notorious pig fucker, Ben Saint, killer of cops and dropper of balls. If only his brother had been around to clean up the mess before it started.
That's a very long and convoluted way of saying, please don't play every voicemail.
Okay, I get it. I get the point that's being made. So I can at least appreciate that the voicemails were bad on purpose. But I mean, what am I supposed to do?
Now it's like you've got a choice. You can continue the war by not doing what this person says and continuing to not vet the voicemails and listen to all of them, thus encouraging a retaliation of him to try and come back. But it'll be like a war of attrition. It'll be like how long will it be before he just runs out of energy to make pig voicemails, and how long will you be able to stand listening to them? It'll be a cold war of pig interruptions.
Was that Oblivion Fall? Is this an Oblivion Fall scheme?
I don't think so. I don't think the voice was the same. Also, I think he's British. And I think Oblivion Fall is not British. I have some reason to believe that.
Well, I don't know. On the one hand, I appreciate that this person had a message to send. And I comprehend what their point is. They want the voicemails to be more vetted. But, I mean, if the point is, look how bad voicemails are, this is what you get for playing them all. I don't know. I just feel like this kind of thing is the problem. The problem is that people make bad voicemails, which then clog the show and waste our time and are annoying. And they've sort of just... I kind of feel like this almost illustrates that the voicemailers are the problem. I mean, I don't want to vet them. I don't want to vet them. I just don't. It would add so much annoyance to my life. And like, I would only remove a handful. Like, I'm not... Here's why you're wrong. Here's why this voicemail is wrong. I'm not removing this voicemail. I'm not removing any of them, and I wasn't going to, even though they're bad. The only ones that I remove are ones that are, like, really offensive, and I just don't want anything. I don't remove voicemails just because they're bad. So if I vetted the voicemails, I wouldn't even remove the ones that you don't like. I just wouldn't. To me, part of the point is that anyone can say anything.
Yeah, and also if you vetted them, whoever vetted them would like the excitement, like a surprise. If there was something like surprising, they wouldn't have that recorded for the actual show. Like someone else would need to vet them, if anything, and then we would need to trust that they have the right idea of what would be good, and nobody really knows because based on the conversation that was had previously, it could be relevant or completely pointless. It's just hard to know. It's hard to know ahead of time what's going to make for the best show. Obviously, some are just like really bad, but we can just skip through them, like we do. Or just make a conversation out of it anyway, which is the point.
Voicemailer, if you liked Nate's methodology of only picking a handful of voicemails out of many, and only listening to those, I can't begrudge you that. But that's not how I do things. And you making a bunch of deliberately bad protest voicemails doesn't change my mind. Good effort. Don't do it again. Okay. Next one is called Are You Moving In With Me Yet? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Ben. So I was listening to the bonus episodes on patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators or whatever the fuck it is.
That's
and
right.
I was listening to like the last one Nate was on, and I realized why people miss Nate so much, other than his juicy boy pussy. He was a good host. He hosted the podcast really well. You have grown into that ability. You have grown so much in the last year, and I just wanted to compliment you.
Generous.
When will your boy pussy ripen to his levels? Is I guess
is the
my
pig
real
coming?
question.
I like feeling like phobic about the pig. I'm feeling like anxiety over the pig. I don't know. Thanks, boy pussy. Yes. It's ripe. Come and pluck it. Okay, whatever. Thank you for... I think I've become better at hosting the Procrastinators. I'm doing a great job this episode. I'm really hitting it out of the park.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to say hello and welcome to the show. And that's you.
It's a tough job, but it puts food on the table. Okay, next voicemail is called Nate Fuckers Are Cringe. 3, 2, 1, go. True.
Hey everybody, it's Other Riley again. Now listen up. The Nate Fuckers are fucking cringe, okay? The true Chad of the PCP, who everyone should want to fuck, has been under our noses for all this time. He is a man who has been long lost to us here at the PCP. Jeff. Mother's Basement. I want to fuck
he's
Jeff.
So flaccid.
Bring back Jeff so we can all fuck him in the ass. That's it.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Jeff is a large human being. There's a lot of ass to go around, probably.
There's a lot of him. There's more.
He's so
more
tall.
cushion for the pushing.
He's so big.
He's so big. The next one. There's an Imgur link. I think it's Gib Fanart.
Huh?
Oh, Pog.
Is this
I'll
Pog?
post it in.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Right. Okay. What do we show this on screen, Eleazar? What do we have? We have beret, glove, buckle belt, spearfishing chick, hazard casual, and maximal wowie zowie. I don't know. I don't understand. Sharktooth scarf. Is this Erarare's art? Is this an Erarare piece? I'm not sure.
I don't think so. Erarare has quite a distinctive style from what I've seen.
That's true. That's true. Perfect for grabbing some lunch. I don't know who this is by. This is by apology. Well, this is professional advice from apologies@floodpunk.gov. What the fuck? All right, let's listen to the voicemail. 3, 2, 1, go.
There's many different ways to dress fashionably.
I knew it.
Show off your favorite features fancifully. You can wear a beret with a ruffled dress and combat boots that's sure to impress. Wear a buckle belt to let people know you're bubbly but you're still practical, yo. You could wear a t-shirt with stripy colors. Add short shorts and polka suspenders. Throw on a spicy headband and you're set for the day. You look like $1,000,000 in 10 minutes, yay! You could even wear a shark tooth scarf paired with a bracelet and a skirt with hearts. Even if you wore pants like a beanie, there's no secret here. Confidence is key. Just wear what you have passionately.
How does it feel that someone is writing spoken word poetry about outfits you could wear?
It feels pretty good.
Pretty base.
It is.
Does it make you soy face?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
it's
cool.
it is kind of true that confidence is key, but I feel like the pants
course.
as hat and the shark tooth scarf. I mean, obviously they're a little crazy of examples. I don't think I would take a fishing spear to go shopping, but anything's possible.
Perfect for you don't go shopping with a spear, or do you? I thought you grab lunch by stabbing a fish.
I go into the supermarket. I go to the raw meat section, and
you go to the lobster
meat.
tank,
I just
and you
throw
just skewer one. Yeah,
I throw it, smash through the glass, stab the roast chicken against the wall, and I grab it and I eat it raw on the end of the stick. I don't know why I don't cook it, because that'll kill me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Where was I? Okay. Next one. I think this is also from Errari. It's called Profuse Apologies to the PCP and the Community for Everything. About time. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
I must apologize for every one of these. They are all mistakes like cheeseburgers with no cheese. I'll make it up to you with a Happy Meal and fries. We're heading to McDonald's now. If you'd like something to, leave a comment down below. I'll have your order to you in 6 weeks or so. I know a Happy Meal won't erase these crimes, so feel free to get some milkshake on my dime.
Give me it's a McDonald's song. Give me a McDouble. Give me 2 McDoubles. Throw away the bun.
Give me a
Coke Zero, please.
Give me a Chicken Legend with the spicy mayo and large fries and a fucking Vimto or whatever. What are those soft drinks?
Nice rhyme. Binto? Chicken Legend? What are you fucking talking about?
It's the British menu. Chicken Legend is my favorite thing.
Chicken Legend?
Yeah.
What? You telling me that in the Europe they call it a Royale with cheese? I never heard of such a thing.
Let me get a very small image that is not as good as other images that I
Chicken Legend. I'm just curious. What is the American equivalent of a Chicken Legend?
I don't know.
What? I don't even know if they have this. I don't even know if they have this one in America.
I like it because the chicken is different from a chicken burger, where it's just a plain chicken breast that's been grilled. This has got it's a big flat chicken nugget on a bun, on a whole wheat bun.
Oh, this is making me hungry. Though. Oh,
it makes me hungry. Damn it.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Errari, you fucked us.
You did this to us. You should apologize profusely to the PCP and the community for everything. And you did. So, good job. Okay, next one is called Have a Point. 3, 2, 1, go.
Guys, if you're gonna leave voicemails about Trixie, have a point. This isn't directed
Agreed.
at anyone in specific, but I've noticed some voicemails are just like, "Ooh, Trixie bad. Oh, am I right, guys?" And like,
Yeah.
we get it. Don't
Yeah.
waste your breath. Have
Like,
a point, please.
What do you think
Have
you're
a point if you make a
accomplishing?
voicemail in general.
What do you think you're accomplishing if you're just mindlessly raging at Trixie and Yig Studios for no reason? Like, who do you think you are? Ben Saint or something? You gotta quit that. You gotta focus. You gotta strike with precision, like lightning. Oh, you know what's
Ben,
really cool? Yeah.
You say that as a joke, and you do it all the time, though, and you know it's bad.
Well, the joke is that I'm being self-aware. The joke is that I'm being self-aware.
Well, it doesn't make it good,
Yes.
Ben. You gotta slow down. You gotta
Oh
stop.
my god, I'll kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. I said before you got on the show that I don't have anything else to say about
You said that
the
the last
Yig
time
situation.
before you said the thing about it.
Well, I say it when I get voicemails about it. Oh, before the editor thing? Whatever. I don't care. Who cares? I'll quit. I'll quit when I feel like it, which is now. But not because you told me to. Not because anyone told me to stop talking about it. Because I wanted to. Me.
That was a really good
Yeah.
idea, Ben. I hope you stick to it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was a
That'll
good
really
idea
show
that I
me
had.
if you stick to it, and like that would really own me.
Absolutely. Completely. 100% totally. Yeah, there'd be no coming back from it. Yeah, I guess I just have nothing else to say other than, yeah, true. Next one is called Guest Time. 3, 2, 1, go.
Keep the guests coming, guys. They're great. Lower person PCP is usually kind of dry. Don't get Mumkey. He sucks.
Fair.
Based.
Fair and true. Based. I think Kazzy wants to be a guest again. I told her she could sometime.
Well, that's nice. I like Kazzy.
Other than that, wait. Kazzy's good. There was there someone else we were thinking of asking, or am I thinking of the Kato guys? I think that might have been the last one I had planned.
I think somebody mentioned you should get the guy from Noita who made Noita on the show.
I don't know. I don't even know who those guys are. I don't know if they do podcasts. I think they're probably kind of a big deal.
Well, now that they've had a very successful game, or at least a decently successful,
I mean,
I feel like lots of people
they were
played
already true, but I mean, I think they were already kind of big deals before because they made like the Falling Sand game. These guys were professional developers like before Noita.
Okay. Then it's
so
impossible.
I don't know. I feel like they're a little bit too big time. Maybe. I don't even know. But I mean, then again, the fact that I don't know their names means maybe they're not. Maybe they're just humble devs who go unappreciated. Next voicemail is called 3, 2, 1, go to the polls. 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, Ben, you could save like 20 minutes every episode if you didn't start every voicemail with 3, 2, 1, go. Just something to think about, Benjamin. Call me back.
I mean, it has utility because you say 3, 2, 1, go, you press the button, and that tells Eleazar exactly when to place the voicemail into the timeline.
I say it so that you know exactly when to start it. I say it so Eleazar knows exactly when to say it. And I think that it probably has utility to the viewer. Well, no, I guess they probably don't need to tell me when the voicemail is starting. I mean, you're right. Yeah. I just feel like it's a useful thing to do, and it doesn't take that much time, so I'm probably going to keep doing it. I'm sorry. Next one is called Tony Programo. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, Bone Jim Saint. Hey, I'm here to talk to you about your creative process.
Spooky.
Hey, you know, like you feel bad because you're doing all the art assets and you should be doing the hard programming work. You gotta really like kind of like think about your project and like what are the necessary steps, what are the time it's gonna like be taken to get done, and you know you just need to make sure that like hey, if you're still like chipping away at the time that you allocated to like you know get your artwork done, you know you shouldn't beat yourself up for not doing the programming.
I think I said this
honestly,
last week
if
anyway.
you're doing that kind of stuff, I think it's really good to like allocate an hour or two where you just learn the like the framework you're gonna do and like not touch the thing yet. You touch a thing you don't care about because that's gonna be cursed because you don't understand it right. That's gonna be a cursed program. But after you get that out of your system, then you take the logic and stuff you learn from that and you put it in your real one, and then you don't have to deal with all that gobbledygook.
First of all, I think I said last time that I don't feel that bad. That it feels bad in the moment. That I'm like, oh, I'm drawing when I should be programming, but I know intellectually that it all must get done, so I don't really feel that bad when I step back and think about it. As for the like learning before I try implementing, I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, but I treat coding basically like chiseling a sculpture, in that I basically will write a little bit of code, execute the program, see what happens, and if it is a little bit more like what I wanted it to be than it was before, then I keep that code, and if it's different from what I wanted it to be, then I delete it and try it again, and I iterate that process over and over until the thing gradually becomes more and more and more like how I want it to be, and then when it's close enough, I say, I'm done. I wrote the code. I did it. So I am like, I'm my whole process is constantly just like tinkering with the thing, doing live experiments on the project itself. I don't know what will happen, but I mean, I always have the Control Z button at the ready in case I do something completely catastrophic. I mean, it's kind of like, it's a little bit like how I always say that the best like drawing practice I ever got was drawing Vapors 1. I just kind of did it and just kind of kept doing it over and over until it looked good. The programming the game is the same way. I just kind of start writing, and if it looks bad, if it's performing badly, if it's fucking up, I just kind of rewrite and tinker with it until it works, and then I go, I guess it's done, and then I start that again on another piece of it. Yeah. So I'm very haphazard, and I don't plan anything, and I think it's good, because planning too much is a real bad trap to fall into.
True.
Anything? Next voicemail is called Timbuktu. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's crazy. Me and Ben just kept smoking and drinking and smoking and drinking. It's all we did. We smoked and drank the whole night away. It was great. Welcome, Ben, to the new house.
Is this
and
Trixie back in the day?
Welcome, viewers, to Ben.
Was that Trixie?
I think so.
It sounds weird. Like, it doesn't sound like I remember her voice sounding. I thought it wasn't her, but it sounds like she's saying this is when I moved into the Digi house back, like, before RadCon 2? I don't know. Anyway, what's the point? Okay, that's a blast from the past, but what's your point? Okay. Next one. Johnny's Tsunami. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, PCP. My name is Johnny Tsunami. I'm from Tokyo in Japan. I don't like what's happened to the podcast. You need to bring back Best Guy Ever. He's a smart guy, tremendous guy. He's the only one of you with a triple-digit IQ.
Many people are saying this, Johnny.
He's a real loser. I'm never listening to the podcast again. And you need to go to church or something. When they know what?
Johnny, no, come back. How can we pander to you? I mean, Johnny Tsunami clearly represents a large segment of our audience because he's saying what they're all thinking. I wish he would just tell us what he wants to see instead of just so cruelly, callously excommunicating us like this. It's not fair.
Sounds like such a man's man. Such an alpha Chad voice.
Sounds sounds like someone who we should listen to. This guy sounds like he knows a thing or two about public speaking and changing hearts and minds. And maybe we can learn something. He knows the secrets of charisma, which we so clearly lack. Okay, next voicemail is called A Realization About RadCon. 3, 2, 1, go.
So I just realized something that nobody has brought up in regards to RadCon. If you guys do have another RadCon, who are you going to get to fill up the PCP Royal Rumble? Because, like, Nate is barely there. Trixie's gone. Mage is gone. Devu is gone. And Jesse isn't coming back. And that, like, cuts out a large swath of just characters that you guys can use. And, like, who can you guys even use now? I mean, there's, like, Ben, Tom, and Gib, obviously.
This is dumb.
Vincent? Pump?
Yeah, Vincent
Lord
was
of
in all
Ghosts,
the past ones.
Azumi?
Okay, if this were to
That's,
happen...
like, only 7, and, like, I really can't, like...
There's so many other
characters.
I can only think of 7 characters. It's,
like, did you really want to bring up this old joke? Are you gonna use anybody from Yig? Like, would you be forced
okay,
to
that's it. All right. Geez, I can only think of 7 characters. So if you did it, you'd have to make all these really stupid decisions that sound dumb when I say them, and you're not going to do that, are you? Short answer, no. We would just think of more than 7. I don't know. It wouldn't be that hard.
I mean, I have a lot of characters. I have Redman and Gun Girl, who were in like that Endless War Rumble at one point. That was fun.
I mean, if we have, there's plenty of goofy characters we could draw upon from lore, and if we needed more, I mean, in the past, we've always just come up with some bullshit characters on the spot, and they've just been funny. They've just sort of become little short-term memes of their own. We just do that.
I mean, really,
Bernie Sanders was a competitor last time, and you know what? He outperformed expectations. He was a champion.
I mean, I feel like a RadCon with just 3 people would be such a different feeling experience that we may as well not do.
Not even call it
all
that.
of the. Not even. Yeah.
Oh,
we wouldn't call it that. We wouldn't
have to do everything that has ever been done at a RadCon before. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the Rumble, maybe we don't even do one. Maybe we just play other games.
Maybe.
Because a Rumble does feel like a group, like, screaming at the TV. That's one of those things.
A Rumble would be different with fewer people. Yeah, it would be lower energy, which I think would probably harm the viewing experience. It's unfortunate. The point is, we wouldn't have to do that. But if we did, I'm sure we could think of some whatever to fill it up if we needed to.
There's no reason we can't have, like, characters of other
All
people's.
we would do...
Like, if we had Action Giraffe or something, would that really, break immersion because Nate wasn't there?
I think it would be okay to have Action Giraffe. I mean, at the end of the day, if we did something like that, a new PCP, 3-man RadCon or whatever, we would just do whatever seemed fun. And if it seemed fun to do a Rumble, we would do that. Or if we felt like doing something else, we just do something else. We just do whatever seemed fun. Yeah. Next voicemail is called Regarding Archives. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Ben, I just wanted to say that I agree with you on the archive thing. I've seen this mentality go around where people who want to venture into new things think that their old works have to suffer and they should just delete them, which I highly disagree with. One example is Sewer Slut. She used to make mostly Death Grips mashups with Hotline Miami and stuff, and then once she transitioned into making like original music, she then deleted all her other mashups, all her previous work, and I just don't like that mentality. I don't
like it either.
I don't think in order for your new work to shine, that your old work has to suffer. That's why the archive exists. The people who discovered Sewer Slut for her Death Grips mashups can now find a new appreciation for her original works. But
I mean,
they might not get the chance because they might not get the chance to listen to her previous works because they're all gone. Yeah. And all we have are re-uploads.
It's
it might be
it's stupid.
conflicting,
It's
but
bad.
still,
I hate it.
just
I hate that
because
attitude.
to anyone out there, just because you want to venture out into new stuff does not mean your old work has to suffer. That's all I want to
I
say.
mean,
Tell
if
never
you
die.
want-
PvP forever.
Thank you. If you want to like change direction and maybe you don't want to be associated with your old work, I mean, you could always start a new venture under a new name, right? And you wouldn't have to destroy your
Yeah.
you could just start making new stuff under a new name.
I think that there's somewhat of a precedent that like if you are like you have like stuff that doesn't fly in other like circles, if you become like a like what was his name, Joji, like pink guy,
Filthy Frank?
Filthy Frank. He was pink guy, and his
Yeah.
pink guy stuff is gone, I think. Or it's like it's like unofficially re-uploaded. The original stuff is like gone, and now he's a more traditional musical guy doing music, and he's getting
Yeah.
all big like stuff, and it's like pink guy would have, I don't know, hurt his career, I guess, is what he thought.
I don't think it would have, because everybody knows he's the Filthy Frank guy. Even if he
Yeah.
deletes all his stuff, he's still
I
everybody
just
knows
think-
Filthy Frank, and everyone knows who it is, and it's him. What I don't
think,
understand what
though,
deleting it accomplishes.
I think it's just the public stuff. If you make it so that it's like unlisted, but there is a way to access it if you want to find it, even if it's behind a paywall, I would much rather that than just it being gone and like people having to like re-upload scraps here and there.
I really think that
an
an
official channel to these things is always appreciated, even if you cringe at it and you really don't want people to see it.
Even if you cringe
I would
at it.
prefer it to be like just in an unlisted playlist for people who want to do the digging and find it, I guess.
I would say, like, the only time that I think it makes sense and I would be like, I agree to like delete something would be if you think it's like immoral, like you made something that is like harmful.
Yeah.
And in that case, I mean, I think even that, like 99% of the time, you wouldn't even if you just paywalled it, hid it, made it only accessible to people. I mean, I think that would probably be fine in terms of like mitigating harm that a thing could do. I really believe in archiving and like preserving history, warts and all. And like, yeah, maybe you cringe at a thing you made in the past, but it's such like a stupid trap that so many people fall into. So many artists fall into it where they're like, oh, I'm embarrassed by that thing I made before, I delete it. And like everyone knows that that's wrong, right? Like everybody knows that, oh, artists don't appreciate their own works the way that the fans do. Like the fans like a thing and it's never the thing that the artist likes the best, right? It's never like that. So everyone should know that you shouldn't delete your old stuff even if it's embarrassing. But people do it anyway, and I fucking hate it. Like, it's dumb. It's conventional wisdom that you shouldn't do that. But everybody fucking does. It's terrible. It should be illegal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm more sympathetic than you, I think, to the artists, but I really appreciate when I can go to like a YouTuber and go back to their very first video, and it is actually their very first video. I can see how like they've changed over time. Because I know, like, you know, maybe the past things were said, could be said on something that would be like, oh, you can't say that today. But like, I know that that's in the past, and that's shouldn't necessarily reflect on the present day. But I know that people do react like that sometimes. Like things get brought up and it's like, you said this 10 years ago. Fuck you. And it does become a bit of an issue, but it's so minor in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, if people want to do that, they can find your stuff and they can. Yeah, we're talking about like cancel culture, witch hunting. If they can find your stuff and try and witch hunt you for it, even if you delete it, like unless there's literally no record for it, which like is very unlikely.
I mean, I think part of it is just like getting rid of the ease by which people can search through your history. If they have to go digging even a little bit more than just scrolling down in a Twitter thread or a YouTube.
Well, that's why I would. that's why I would say like just privating or paywalling or unlisting is probably what you should do most of the time. Yeah.
I think Trixie
it's
had
very
like
frustrating.
her old like pony content like in a Patreon
in like an unlisted playlist, I think.
Yeah, I wonder if that's existing still. I wonder if that like went with the rest of her content.
I just don't know. I just don't know. Throw it on the trash. Throw it all in the trash. Who cares? Who cares if people liked it? Fuck it, I don't like it anymore.
It's not even about
Terrible.
whether people liked it. I just like things to be, like, I don't know, the records to be available. Not for any specific reason. It just makes me feel good to know that it's still there.
Yeah. No, totally. I totally agree. Just even if I don't care about the content, I just don't. If a thing can be archived, it's just good. It's just good to have a record of stuff. I just like that for its own sake. I hate to think about stuff being like forgotten or like deleted and like it's like no one will ever see it again. It's like it never existed. Like it's so sad. It's a sad thought.
There's like you could either make it so that people dredging up the past does not become as much of a problem, such that people feel compelled to hide things, or you could just hide things. I feel like, I don't know, advocating for people to not give so much of a shit that their past is like still there. Like it's people.
Yeah.
I guess it's a bit of an appeal to like, you know, well, I don't know what it's an appeal to, but like saying that people re-upload stuff, so therefore it's okay, is not necessarily a good argument. But I think it would be a better like world if stuff being archived was not a problem. Like if it ever causes a problem, I think it would be better for the problem to be solved rather than for more things to be hidden.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think if in a perfect world, I think if in the past you said some shit, I don't know, you said some racially insensitive shit, and someone is like, hey, this guy in his old video said some racially insensitive shit. I think the best resolution there is you go, yeah, I did say some racially sensitive shit. I don't agree with that anymore. I apologize for saying it. Let's all agree that what I said before was wrong, and I don't stand by it anymore. Like that's good.
Yeah,
that's better than like delete it, pretend you never said it.
True.
In my opinion, generally.
And then there's sometimes people would say, well, if you really take it back, you should get rid of it. You should take it down. It's like,
and then you go, well, you know, I paywalled it, you know, I unlisted it, but you know, I don't want to erase history. I don't believe in erasing history. I do. I feel like some people might say that in like sort of a bad faith attempt to be like, oh, I don't have to actually, you know, be critical of media. I don't believe in erasing, tearing down that Confederate statue. Why are you erasing history? But I promise when I say it, I mean it in a good way.
True.
You know, right, yeah.
I feel strongly about this,
true.
mostly because a lot of the time I would watch YouTube poops in like 2008, and I love those things. I'd make lots of like favorites list. There was only a favorites list, and I put so many of them in there. And because of Content ID becoming a thing later, a lot of those like had clips from stuff in them. They got taken down, channels got deleted. People didn't bother archiving because nobody expected that to be a problem. And there's just so many cool things that are gone.
Yeah.
Only
Sucks.
occasionally does a YouTube pooper re-upload their stuff.
Oh, imagine being a professional YouTube pooper.
Yeah, professional pooper, and
yeah,
I like genuinely respect that as an art form. It's my favorite. So fucking funny and sad. It's sad that's so like volatile and so easily like erased.
Oh no, my headphones died.
A few moments later.
Hey, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, I can hear you. Sorry, I'm back.
Well, you didn't miss anything. I finished my sentence.
Okay. Sweet. Next voicemail?
Yeah.
Sure. Next one is called Follow Up on the Archive. 3, 2, 1, go.
Also, would you delete history because it's quote unquote outdated? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Right. Oh, this information's outdated. Oh, it's not relevant. It's not true anymore. We got to delete it. Obviously, it was written in the past. It's an archive. It's an archive of information describing the past. I mean, you can update it if you want, but there's no... Yeah, I don't understand the mindset of, like, the information is out of date, therefore it should be deleted, as opposed to updated or just archived and preserved.
You
I don't know.
know what would be like a smart like marketing strategy is just to have your own channel called Your Channel Name Archive, and then put things on there. And so, like, if you take them off your main channel, which is like your publicly facing forward, like, this is my brand and this is what I am about, and all of the things you don't like anymore are gone, but you have the archive channel and you can still get the ad revenue from it. But you don't tell anyone that.
I mean, that would be you'd still lose the views. You'd lose all the old like metrics and stuff. It would hurt viewership for sure. It would be better than just getting rid of it. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. And I mean, it's archiving is good generally. So yeah, I would say if you feel that you must remove something from your main content delivery vehicle, you must distance yourself from this content. Sure, putting it somewhere else is better than getting rid of it, pretend it doesn't exist. Okay, next one is Janess. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, you mentioned weeks ago that you weren't interested in watching Odd Taxi. So I have to ask, what is your reference library like for the Champion and the Vapors? I figured you would have plenty of real-life examples for future volumes of the Vapors. But are you just going to draw influence from Nota for the rest of the Champion storyline?
What the fuck? Yes. I'm just going to draw from Noida. Is the implication here that if I don't feel like watching Odd Taxi, that I have a shallow pool of influences and my work will stagnate? Is that the implication?
Yes.
Okay. I'll just, I don't know.
I will accept this and just do exactly what you said. Draw from one influence only.
I mean, I don't think the fact that I am not interested in Odd Taxi... I mean, I think the general criticism that I am not broadly read or I don't consume broad enough media might be true. I reject the idea that it matters whether I watch Odd Taxi or not. So I'll just respond to the broader criticism. I do agree with it. I feel like I am not broadly consumed. It's probably a problem. It's probably something I should work on. I don't know what else to say. I should watch more stuff, read more stuff. But it's so boring.
Yeah.
Media sucks.
I feel similar. Like, I'm like, I gotta draw from a large pool of influences. But I feel like that's like a task rather than, I don't know, something I want to do. I feel like if I actually want to draw from influences, it would have to be something that I am influenced by naturally, rather than just like, I guess I could take something from this. I hate it and I don't like it, but it's different.
Like, I should consume some media because I want to, right? Like, because I want to read it or watch it because it appeals to me, or because I feel like I want to know what it says. And it just there's very little that makes me want that.
It's like the media that you choose to consume or you're influenced by, like you get into, is not always going to be I don't know, the same medium than the one you create in.
Yeah.
Because you watch movies and TV shows and play video games and read comics. These all will influence your art in different ways. And I think it's fine just to be into a few things at a time. Like, I'm watching Buffy. That's obviously going to have some influence in what I do next. Just because it's so good, and I really like the storytelling and everything about it.
True. I mean, that's just like people. When you read like biographies of like artists, it's pretty common that they're like, oh yeah, this mangaka was like heavily influenced by like, you know, the Hollywood blockbusters that they grew up watching, or, you know, this game dev was like really inspired by like a certain genre of literature that they were really into, right? It's not always that like, oh, you know, you got to read a lot of comics. I think that's probably not bad to read comics.
It's like a misunderstanding of that is to hear, oh, my favorite artists, they were influenced by various things. Therefore, I should go out of my way to try and find stuff to be influenced by, so that I can be as good as them. And I have to have a certain number of things that I'm interested in. And even though it's true that the best way to find like stuff that will really appeal to you is to just look around a lot, is to experience lots of different things. The misunderstanding is that you need to constantly be looking and drawing for a wider range as possible, even though you might not give a shit about most things. Like, I feel like it's a means to an end, and the end is just to find something you like. Once you find something you like, you can draw influence from that and maybe a couple other things. It doesn't have to be like... if it's just from one thing, then you're obviously going to be limited in what you can create, because you're not drawing from a wide, thing. I think it's a balance. You shouldn't be focused too much on just doing things because you're supposed to. You should also just listen to your heart and get interested in things that literally just interest you on a whim. You should do a bit of both.
Based. Yeah, it's like you can't force it. Like if you're not engaged, if you're not interested, you can't like force yourself to like read a book, watch a show, and then get something out of it. Like, it's got to engage you, which is almost like something that you can't choose. It just happens to you. It's like falling in love.
Yeah, I personally,
you don't choose it.
I personally find it very engaging to look through all of those indie games. That are in the Palestinian Aid bundle.
Me too. That's what I almost said before. Like, yeah, I'm not. I just look at Odd Taxi and I'm like, yeah, it looks nice. Not interested. But I look at some of these, a couple thumbnails and descriptions on this Palestinian Aid game list catch my eye, and I go, well, that could be interesting. I just kind of want to see what's going on in there.
That bundle is like really useful in that specific way of like opening your minds to new possibilities. Because if you play one game, of course you will only know that one game. You might know it very well, but like it's like a shotgun. You're shooting a lot of pellets, and some of the pellets hit the target. I don't know where that metaphor is going.
Yeah, but I have a sniper rifle. And my sniper rifle is trained on one target, and it always hits, with a bullet going 1,000,000 miles an hour. And the target is Noida, and I'm just pumping precision rounds every day, directly into Noida and nowhere else.
Like you shoot the target, and then the target, like blood splatter, is your art. And if you shoot one thing, you get like exactly the same thing out, but it's sort of splattered, so it's slightly different. Ben Saint version of Noida.
That's the natural progression. Is I just have to make my own version of Noida. It's the only thing I'll know how to do eventually. Hell yeah. Phantom's Revenge is basically just Noida 2. Shit, that's the last voicemail. That's it. We're done. And At the start of this one, I was like, shit, it's a Ben cast. This is going to be short. I'm going right into the voicemails. We're beelining. This is going to be a 1 hour episode. Here we are at the 3 hour mark. Again. Here we are in the future. And it's bright.
It's bright, because the episode's over.
Finally. All right,
we can all go home.
Any last words?
Look out for a future Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter at some point.
True.
Get hyped for that. Save up some coins. Keep them in your purse.
In the meantime,
get ready to throw them my way, and you'll be laughing about it.
In the meantime, check out the Kato Anthology. Kickstarter is still going on now. If you got some of those spare coins in your pocket, throw them at them. Throw them at them hard, directly in their eyes. Blind them. And patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators for bonus episodes and stuff. And also access to the Minecraft server for Shekels for Heckles, which we do sometimes. You also can become a void thaumaturge, like myself, and master the energies of the rift. And I guess that's it. That's it. I guess we're done.
Voicemail, PCB.
Send a voicemail, but only if it's good. No sending bad voicemails just to prove a point, because I don't care. I'm not available to be persuaded. So don't try and get clever with it. Okay, that's the end of the episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Pew.